Back to our community since 2020. You deserve a team that delivers a luxury experience no matter the price point. Tony Wendorf & Associates. Trusted knowledge, superior service. Contact us today at wendorfteam.firstweber.com.
My house has a new glow. I love my windows. Universal Windows Direct.
Hey, it's Kyle Wallace. Choose from payments as low as $99 a month or 12 months with no payments and no interest, plus a free in-home window and energy assessment. Restrictions apply. Call 414-410-2000.
I love my windows. They've got that brand new home effect. Universal Windows Direct.
Your current car, soon to be your old car. A new car? Better start looking. But you've got this. Just like Associated Bank's got you with free credit score and score monitoring on most new consumer checking accounts. Because when you know you need to make a big purchase, knowing your credit score puts you in the driver's seat. You've got this with free credit monitor from Associated Bank. See associatedbank.com/checking or ask a banker for details. Member FDIC.
1, 2, 3 into the 4. Avondale Roofing is knocking on your door. Leaking roof? Man, that's a shame. Call the real pros. We running this game. We patch it, thatch it, no need to stress. Our crew shows up and cleans up the mess. No drips, no drafts, no drama at all. Just tight new shingles that are leak-proof all. Hey.
It's nothing but Avondale, baby. They keep it dry when the weather gets crazy. Hey.
Visit AvondaleRoofing.com. That is AvondaleRoofing.com.
Hey, this is Brad Nortman from KBN. Tune in to Kyle Bruston Nortman every day from 2 to 5. WKTI and WKTI HD Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station.
The biggest sports stories in Wisconsin. Talked about by Wisconsin sports fans. For Wisconsin sports fans.
The Bucks aren't answering the phone. It's as simple as that. They shouldn't answer the phone because you don't just get. I don't care if you give me 65 first-round picks. You're not getting another Giannis.
Right. So my natural take here is going to, I'm going Packers here.
I fully agree with you.
Yeah, I'll take the Packers in the home opener as well.
Yeah, the Packers going to come in and they got to prove something. They got to play with a chip on their shoulder, and I think they beat Detroit week
Jason,
1.
do you think this is crazy that all four of us just picked the Packers in week 1?
Congratulations, you've now assured the fact that the Lions will win.
This is Sunday Karma, powered by ESPN Wisconsin. Broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studios at the Avenue. Alongside Greg Scalzo, Alex Strofe, and Kyle Wallace, here's Good Karma Brand's founder and CEO, Craig Karmazin.
It only took 7 years, but this is the first time ever that I will be lead hosting Sunday Karma right here on ESPN Wisconsin, 94.5 ESPN Milwaukee, 100.5 ESPN Madison. And we're not coming from the One Call That's All Gruber Law Office studio in downtown Milwaukee at the Avenue. We are live from the Bruce Diamond Foundation golf outing at Pleasant View Golf Course in the beautiful Middleton, Wisconsin. And I am so excited to be joined for his debut on Sunday Karma, the one, the only, Cory Sparks.
Thank you, Kyle. So 7 years? They didn't give you the reins for 7 years?
So typically what happened is that,
I would have given you the reins.
Craig, well, I mean, I really didn't want him,
Oh, okay, fair enough.
I would just produce the show, and then when Craig was not here, we didn't have a show, or before we had a show, they would bring in Homer, and I was good with it. I was like,
Okay,
hey,
fair
I
enough.
like being the man behind the board, but they told me, Kyle, you can go out to beautiful Middleton, Wisconsin for the Bruce Diamond Foundation golf outing, and you can lead, host Sunday Karma with Cory Sparks, and I said, sign me up. And shout out to Evan with Tallison holding it down for us back at the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studio. Again, this is Sunday Karma. You can call in and text in on the Carbless Talk and Text line by calling in at 800-990-3776. And always remember to watch and stream us live on YouTube by going to ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube and ESPN Madison on YouTube. Give us a like and give us a subscribe. Now, we're going to get right into it, Cory, because, listen, I don't know about you, but the Brewers have made it 6 in a row, and yesterday they did it in walk. Yes, the applause is needed. They did it in walk off-fashioned, and I don't know about you, Corey, but this Brewers baseball team and how they've been playing of late and how they are slowly creeping to catch the Chicago Cubs, it has me so excited for what the summer will bring. And what I want to know from you is, are you finally all in? Are you all in on the Milwaukee Brewers? No more hype train. Are you jumping on the Milwaukee Brewers train for them to actually make a run this summer going into the playoffs for baseball? Corey, are you all in on this Milwaukee Brewers team as they have won 6 straight games and also swept the Los Angeles Dodgers during that time?
I think that was the one that did it, right, Kyle? You're going up against the big, bad Los Angeles Dodgers. One of the smallest markets is Milwaukee in MLB right now. The Dodgers have Ohtani. They have everybody you could ever think of. They have Yamamoto, who they tore up in that matchup.
Yeah, they got to him early. Yamamoto.
Shortest outing of his career. So I'm all in. Since June 1st, they've got the 3rd best record in baseball. They're 24-12 behind the Blue Jays, the Astros, and yesterday was a perfect example, right? Oh, they're dead in the water. It was fun. They've won a few games in a row. They're going to drop one to the Nationals. They've got James Wood. I guess they lost one. And then what do they do but put together another rally in the bottom of the 9th in front of their home crowd? And they've been hovering around that 2-1 game behind the Cubs range. They could even tie them before the All-Star break.
I'm a Yankees fan today. I want the Yankees to win.
Which
and the
probably
Brewers
feels weird,
sweep.
right?
No, I mean, I'm cheering for the Yankees. I'm cheering for the evil empire because you never would have thought. We never would have thought when the Brewers got done with that Yankee series, which everybody was talking about the torpedo bats. Everybody was talking about the run differential.
Like forever ago.
Everybody was talking about how Nestor Cortez, who the Brewers traded for, who used to be a Yankee in the Devin Williams trade, and Caleb Durbin comes up big, who was also part of that trade yesterday, and he came up big yesterday, is everybody was hitting the emergency eject button on the Milwaukee Brewers and asking the question, was last year just a fairy tale run? And what Pat Murphy and the Milwaukee Brewers, to me, have proven, Corey, is that last year wasn't a fairy tale. Last year was just foreshadowing what this organization was going to continue to do under Pat Murphy. And so I'm all in on the Brewers, but my all in for the Brewers may be a little bit different for some people because I just don't believe that a team that went from not winning a series, a playoff series since 2018, is just going to make a magical run to the World Series.
Okay.
So we talked about it, and we all talked about the fact that Mark Antanasio said this summer, are you just in for a fun summer, or are you in for the Brewers to win? And listen, I'm in for the Brewers to just take me on the biggest and best ride that they can take me on.
We're having fun now.
Well, I'm having a lot of fun. There's nothing more fun. And the crazy thing is I think it was Friday night, late Friday night, I was on my phone, and I was watching highlights of baseball because that's when the news of Miserowski getting to the All-Star game came out. And I just so happened to be watching highlights on my phone, and I was seeing the highlight of the Boston Red Sox walk off against the Tampa Bay Rays, which was insane. Watching the Rays broadcast, just hear the bat hit the ball and go, and the crowd go crazy. And then they said, well, they lose. And I'm just like, boy, I want to see the Brewers walk off like that and get a walk off win. And they literally did it the next day. So for me, when I think about this for the Brewers organization, I'm just in for a fun summer. I don't need the Milwaukee Brewers to win a World Series. I want them to win a World Series, but based off the success, I won't be gauging their success based off winning or losing in a World Series. But with that, do you want the Brewers to win a World Series this year? Not obviously you want.
Right.
But what is your expectation for the Brewers now, Corey?
Yeah, I think NLCS has to be like the ceiling right now, and anything after that, even anything after NLDS is house money. Because I think you and I can both agree, right? If they go up against the Mets or a big market team and lose in the wild card round again, we're not happy.
Yeah.
That's not the summer of fun.
Heartbreaking. Summer of heartbreak.
Yeah, so I think it's get through a series, and then anything after that, I'm happy with whatever it is. But it's so impressive what they do. They don't have these big-ticket items. Their big ticket is Jackson Chourio or Brandon Woodruff or Jacob Miserowski.
Big woo!
Yeah, these aren't guys they're paying $150 million for. They just invest in each other. They want it more. They play this scrappy, mean brand of baseball under Pat Murphy, and I think we're seeing it, right, Kyle? It's year 2 now. It's not a fluke. It's not a coincidence anymore.
Yeah, I'm standing by it. I say it was addition by subtraction with Craig Counsell leaving. Craig Counsell leaving was the best thing that happened to the Brewers because Craig Counsell, he was holding us back. Pat Murphy came in and he says, I'll take any bunch of ragtag young guys and I'll make them winners. And that's exactly what he did. But since you believe the Brewers should be making a run to the NLCS, and you can always chime in on the Carbless Talking text line, ESPN Milwaukee, ESPN Madison, by calling in at 800-990-5555. 3776. You can also chime in on YouTube by going to ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube and ESPN Madison on YouTube, as we are having a conversation celebrating the Milwaukee Brewers' 6-game winning streak, having a whole city on 10, and excited that they're only 1 game back from the Cubs as we get ready for the All-Star break. But do you believe Matt Arnold needs to make a move? Do you think the Brewers can stand pat the way that they are and actually make a run to the NLCS? Or do you believe that they have to make a move if they really want to have bigger dreams this year, Cory?
I would have told you something that would probably piss a lot of people off, and that's if it's not broke, don't fix it. That's probably not a good thing to say to a smaller market team that really is hungry and wants to get past that first round of the playoffs, right? So I've got my eye on somebody, and he happens to be a Cub killer, and he's on a team under 500, just lost again to the Angels yesterday.
A Cub killer. I'm not big on killing, but when it comes to them Chicago Cubs, go ahead and give me the dagger.
Yeah, he's made Craig Counsell crumble a couple times this year. Eugenio Suarez.
Oh, from the Diamondbacks.
Yes, and he was on the Reds, so he's got a lot of familiarity with this Cubs pitching staff, although there's been some turnovers. He's got 31 home runs on the year. And what position does he play? He's on the left side of the infield, shortstop, third base. All due respect to Joey Ortiz and friends, right?
Who's been playing better, Joey? Caleb has been coming up big.
But ever since Willie Adames left in the offseason last year, that seems to be the gaping hole on this team is, can we get some slugging? Eugenio's on pace for almost 50 home runs this year. That's slugging. And then can we fill in that gap over on the left side of the infield? That's Eugenio Suarez as well. I also like him because he's a free agent after this year. So Mark Attanasio, everybody, right? Arnold, they don't have to worry about paying him this big-ticket contract. He's a rental. Have fun with him. Have your summer of fun with him for 3 months, and then whatever happens.
You know, that's the sad part about it as a Brewers fan, is that you're not thinking about how we can extend a guy or get a guy to extend him.
It's got to be patchwork.
Exactly. You know what? I live in the reality of who we are. I live in the reality of him being a potential rental, and him being a rental, it might actually cost the Brewers a little bit less to make the move. Listen, I'm all about the Milwaukee Brewers making a move, but also you said if it's not broke, don't fix it. Yeah. I'm actually in that realm of things because for me, I don't believe this is the year that the Milwaukee Brewers make the run. I really believe what Matt Arnold has done, right? What David Stearns has built up before, even Craig Counsell built up before. If they built up a level of consistency, they built up an organization that knew how to build something to be successful. And so for me, when I look at the Milwaukee Brewers, I say stay the course because where you're at right now, I don't want to get rid of any of the young guys for the future to try to make a run this year when this team, this young baseball team, the guys that you see step up from an Andrew Vaughn, everything
that is unreal, by the way.
Speaking of, everything Matt Arnold has done this season, from the offseason until now, has been beautiful for the Milwaukee Brewers. When you traded Devin Williams for Caleb Durbin and Nestor Cortez, some people thought, okay, did we get enough for him? Caleb Durbin has come up big. We'll see what Nestor Cortez can do when he gets healthy for the Milwaukee Brewers. When you think about the fact that Aaron Savale started getting all upset and crying because the kid wonder, Miz Wonder, was coming up and he asked for a trade and we traded for Andrew Vaughn, a former first-round pick. People said, who? What? And Andrew Vaughn has come up big for the Brewers. Everything that he has done so far this year has worked out for the Milwaukee Brewers, and so I'm going to put my trust in Matt Arnold and what they want to do. But for me, I don't believe this is the year that you're actually looking to win a championship. Last season and this season, you're building something. I really think the Milwaukee Brewers, their window of opportunity to win a championship, really for me probably starts 2026 to 2028 when you see a lot of these young guys, because you'll still have Bryce Terang on the roster. You'll still have Jackson Chourio on the roster. Heck, you may still have Andrew Vaughn on the roster the way he has been absolutely incredible for the Milwaukee Brewers. You'll still have Yelich for the next couple of years as well, and you have some young up-and-coming talent coming. I think the Milwaukee, plus the pitching staff, which a lot of these guys are young.
Unbelievable.
The Milwaukee Brewers should stand pat. If you're going to make a deal, make a strategic deal where you're not giving up much, but you're able to bring in something. If you're able to bring in Suarez.
I was going to say, would you do the rental? Because he's got another thing I didn't add. He's got 36 home runs against the Cubs in his career. That'd be fun.
If you're able to bring him in without having to give up a young up-and-coming prospect, a top 5 or top 6 or top 7 prospect, then go right ahead. Send the number 10, 11, 12, 13 prospect for a guy that could solidify your infield and also bring you another big bat. But what the Milwaukee Brewers have shown is the way the team is assembled right now. If Jacob Miserowski pitches the way that he's pitched of late, if Woodruff even yesterday in his second outing, if Woodruff continues to show, well, you know what? He might have been gone for 2 years, but he's pitching very well. If your staff can continue to be consistent,
and Peralta,
you're not missing too much. But if young guys like unsung heroes like an Andrew Vaughn can all of a sudden be good, and you add that in with Rhys Hoskins when he comes back, the Milwaukee Brewers have all that they need to make a run. But I don't think the Brewers, regardless of what bat they add, unless they add a huge bat, this team ain't never going to be a front runner for the World Series this year.
No, I think they'll compete, right? They'll be out there. They'll have, if your 1, 2, 3 is Miserowski, Woodruff, and Freddie Peralta, who's also an all-star this year.
Who you can also keep next season as well. You don't have to trade Freddie.
So he's got one more year, right? I think if that's your 1, 2, 3, you're about as in good of a shape as anybody. But, slugging, that's something they've struggled with. They're 22nd in homers. They're 21st in doubles. They're 17th in slugging since June 1st, even though they've been red hot. But, I mean, to your point, Kyle, that's kind of the brand of baseball we've known to love and expect from this Pat Murphy squad is to get on base, steal the hell out of the bases, probably tick the other team off in the process,
steals.
and then get out of there with your W. It doesn't really matter how you do it.
800-990-3776. This is Sunday Karma, a special version of Sunday Karma, as we're coming to you live from the Bruce Diamond Foundation golf outing at Pleasant View Golf Course in beautiful Middleton, Wisconsin. I am Kyle Wallace here on Sunday Karma. Alongside me is Cory Sparks. Holding it down back at the Gruber Law Offices, one call, that's all law offices, is Evan Wood-Tallison, and we're having a conversation and talking about the Milwaukee Brewers and how magical they have been in the last week, from winning 6 games straight to Big Woo coming back to sweeping the L.A. Dodgers to Andrew Vaughn playing hero to the Brewers looking to potentially sweep 2 series back-to-back in a row as we head into the All-Star break and only being 1 game back of the Cubs. We want to know, is now the time? Are you all in on the Brewers? Is now the time for Matt Arnold to take that big swing to try to find a big bat to put this team over the hump? Again, the Carbless Talking text line is 800-990-3776. Now, we're talking about all the highs, and I'm telling you, we're riding on a high not because of what Jacob Miserowski has done, but how well this team is playing of late. And breaking news on Friday was that Jacob Miserowski went from just being known in Wisconsin and Milwaukee and, being known a little bit on the national stage to really becoming a budding star in Major League Baseball as he was named to the NL All-Star team on Friday by Major League Baseball, serving as a replacement. But what I want to know, is this all good, Cory? Is this a good thing that Miz is getting all this attention and all this controversy as well? Is this a positive that Miz will be pitching in the All-Star game? I want to hear from Cory, but also I want to hear from you. This is Sunday Karma with Kyle Wallace and Cory Sparks. No Craig Carmenson, no Greg, no Stroh. It is us hanging out, but keep it locked. You're listening to Sunday Karma right here on ESPN Wisconsin.
You really want a summer of entertainment?
My job to win a World Series is my job to provide a summer of entertainment.
Be careful what you wish for.
Struck him out looking. Ball game over. It's a grand slam. Dives. He caught it. Struck him out looking. Oh, my goodness. Christian Yelich. Miserowski. Sal Freeling. Trevor McGill.
Everything Brew Crew lives right here. 94.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube.
Life's better with American Family Insurance because we know it's not just a car, it also drives your children's dreams. So whether you're going to soccer practice, robotics club, or opening night in the school play, we help protect those dreams. Save up to 23% when you bundle auto and home. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Visit amfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Slide into your neighborhood Century Food Store to score the freshest produce, tastiest treats, and everything in between. Now through Wednesday, save on 6-count selected varieties Pop Secret Popcorn, $4.99. 15-ounce selected varieties Van Camp's Pork and Beans, 5 for $5. 20 to 24-ounce selected varieties Frigo String Cheese, $6.99. 64-ounce selected varieties International Delight Iced Coffee, $3.99.
Let's get some strawberries.
Attention shoppers.
Safe. Okay. Ooh, Pineapple fulfills every need.
While you're shopping, a drive way back, it's a gunner.
There's something goofy going on with the PA.
Need a price check and I'll take me out to the ball game.
See, what is going on?
You're hearing things. We're at Century Foods, and you can't take your mind off winning that ultimate baseball fan sweepstakes.
I'm hoping to throw out the first pitch at a Milwaukee baseball game.
Or attend batting practice.
Or hold the finish line ribbon for the racing sausages.
You don't say.
The ultimate baseball fan sweepstakes at Century Foods. Enter on Century's Facebook or Instagram by July 30th.
Hey, this is Mike from Infinity Exteriors. Buying a roof, siding, or windows can feel overwhelming. Hidden costs, confusing contracts. We don't play that game. We educate you so you can decide. And when you know the facts, Infinity Exteriors is the clear choice. Since 1997, we've installed peace of mind with no surprise upcharges, flexible budgets, and immediate financing. Infinity Exteriors, saving our communities from unscrupulous contractors. Visit infinityexteriors.com.
Drive a clean car every day. Tsunami Express Car Wash makes driving in style simple with unlimited washes for less than $1 a day. Become a member and enjoy premium fast lane access, free vacuums, and powerful tire air, all included in your membership. With locations in Midtown Milwaukee, Waukesha, Greenfield, Oak Creek, New Berlin, and Mount Pleasant, it's easier than ever to get a winning wash with Milwaukee's favorite car wash team. Sign up and score big at TsunamiExpress.com. Tsunami Express Car Wash. Wash, chill, repeat.
Is your business ready to take the next step? At Fifth Third Commercial Bank Wisconsin, our team of local experienced advisors is here to propel you forward. We understand your needs and offer in-depth expertise, cutting-edge technology, and tailored solutions to streamline your cash collections, automate payments, and safeguard your assets with top-notch fraud mitigation tools. Contact Fifth Third in downtown Milwaukee today. Let's eliminate the non-value ad work so you can focus on what truly matters, growing your business. Fifth Third Bank National Association. Custom solutions built around your goals. Member FDIC.
The open road is calling, and the ride begins at Potawatomi Casino Hotel Milwaukee. This July, you could burn rubber on a custom Harley-Davidson in the Fire Up Your Fantasy motorcycle giveaway. Play with your rewards card all July for entries. Thursday drawings for extra cash and reward play. Fire up your fantasy. Only at Potawatomi. More info online. Must be 21 and a rewards member to play.
Hey, it's Brian Balaga. Find the Homer Hour on the ESPN Wisconsin app today.
Your state, your teams, your ESPN. The brand new ESPN Wisconsin app. Find the ESPN Wisconsin app in the Apple or Android app stores today. This is Sunday Karma on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
One-two pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Fastball at 99. It's a dozen for the Miz. 12 strikeouts. We are watching a video game right now at American Family Field.
It is Sunday Karma here on ESPN Wisconsin, 1430 ESPN Beaver Dam, 94.5 ESPN Milwaukee, and 100.5 ESPN Madison. No Craig. No Greg Scalzo, no Alex Strofe, but you do have me, Kyle Wallace, and with me today is Cory Sparks as we are talking Brewers baseball, as Brewers baseball is taking the state in the city of Milwaukee, city of Madison, city of Beaver Dam, or is it a village, town? What is Beaver Dam's a village, maybe?
Town. I guess we're just above a village, but it's pretty close, Kyle.
Town of Beaver Dam, and everywhere like by storm as the Milwaukee Brewers have won 6 straight games. You can get in on the conversation by calling in or texting in at 800-990-3776 on the Carbless Talk and Text line where less is more. You can also watch and stream us live on YouTube by going to ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube or ESPN Madison on YouTube. Make sure you give us a like and also make sure you give us a subscribe. Now, we're riding high with the Milwaukee Brewers, and if things couldn't get much higher than the news that broke on Friday evening when Jacob Miserowski was named to the NL All-Star team as a replacement. I know I was excited. I didn't get emotional watching him, but watching him get emotional is very touching as he's only a 23-year-old kid getting named to his first All-Star game after only 5 starts, which is the shortest amount of starts, the least amount of starts ever for somebody to make an All-Star game. And though a lot of us here in Milwaukee and Madison and Beaver Dam and Wisconsin, across this great state of Wisconsin and Major League Baseball were excited, there were some people that were detracting from this and saw this as controversial. The Phillies were one of the teams that were upset about this because the Phillies have a couple pitchers on their roster that they thought would be a little bit more deserving of actually heading to the Midsummer Classic as in the All-Star game. Now, Cory, when you got news of the Miz being named an All-Star, were you excited at first? And like me, did you also say, I don't like this controversy and additional pressure that now is going to be bestowed upon the Miz?
You're going to hate me for this. I think this is horrible for baseball.
Oh, really? Why do you think it's horrible for baseball?
So the best comp I saw was, let's say you're at a new job, right? Miserowski just got hired by the Brewers, essentially, like a month ago. And you go through orientation, and then you work like 3 days. They're a good 3 days, but you work 3 days. End of the month rolls around. You are employee of the month, Kyle.
That's a good employee.
It is a good employee, but then what about the employees who are in there for like 27, 28 days? It makes me ask the question. We saw it happen a little bit with Skeens last year because I think it was 11 starts.
Yes, it was.
And people were going, okay, I mean, it's been a really good 11 starts. He was leading the league in earned run average, but where's the line? Like, what if there's a really fun, exciting prospect next year that is 4 starts? Are we letting him in? 3 starts? I don't know if we just opened up a giant door and we're going to see the floodgates go for the next few years. And if that's fine with everybody else, that's good with me.
Yeah.
It's just I don't appreciate what the Phillies did.
Yeah,
I think that was the wrong approach.
I mean, the thing
that
is,
still made me mad.
So Miz, this is what I hope. Miz has showed that he has some great fortitude and he has a tunnel vision to lock in and focus in on what needs to be done.
Yeah.
But a lot of times when you have your moment of happiness and joy, and all of a sudden you're getting attacked off the field for certain things, I hope that doesn't rattle him and make him feel a lot more pressure. See, I'm not mad about him actually getting this because at the end of the day, I'm with Dave Roberts. Dave Roberts, who is the reigning NL manager. He's managing the NL squad, and also he won the World Series last year. And with that, he had no problem whatsoever with Jacob Miserowski being named to the All-Star game, and he made a great point. Cory, you know what the All-Star game is about? You think it's about the players?
No.
It's about the fans.
Draw the eyes in.
It is about the fans. And earlier this week, we had the pitching ninja on Kyle Bruston-Nortman, which you can hear every weekday from 2 to 5 right here on ESPN Wisconsin. And he talked about how cool it would be for Jacob Miserowski to be in the All-Star game. And guess what? Jacob Miserowski got to be in the All-Star game. And with him being in the All-Star game, I understand, yes, other people were snubbed, but it ain't about the other guys. I know there's contract incentives and money on the table, but they want to have people be entertained. And there is nothing more entertaining than people hitting balls that go all the way out for home runs and guys throwing gas, 100-mile-per-hour gas. That is what people turn their TVs on for. And I don't care who was somebody Sanchez felt he got snubbed from the All-Star game. Listen, I don't care. Don't nobody know who you are. People in Philly know who you are. Nobody's turning on their TV to see that. But guess what? When Jacob Miserowski gets to the mound during the All-Star game, I believe on Tuesday night when they have the All-Star game, guess what? People are going to watch Jacob. People are going to want to see the Miz. This is a business, and MLB made a business decision. And yes, was he the most deserving? Absolutely not. But was he the most strategic person they could select that the fans will be excited to see, watch on TV, but then also see there in the stands in Atlanta? Absolutely. So I ain't mad about it. 800-990-3776. We're talking about the fact that the Miz is going to the All-Star game. But Chad and Madison, you want to talk about the Brewers and their pitching? What do you think? You are on the Carbless Talking text line.
Man, good to join you guys this morning. Wow, what a pitching staff we got going, not only up at the majors, but in the minors as well. We got Chad Patrick, we got Logan Henderson, Tobias Myers is down at AAA. We got Nestor Cortez. We got 4 legitimate starters in the minor leagues right now, on top of our starting lineup.
Yeah, I agree. Thank you so much, Chad. I 100% agree that the pitching staff is so good, but I'm right there with you. And somebody else, Nestor Cortez has to come back, right? Like the Brewers have a lot of guys that have experience in the majors who actually pitch well. Logan Henderson was pitching well in the majors. Chad Patrick was pitching well in the majors. Tobias had his struggles, but now he's back up with Aaron Ashley being on the paternity list. But again, I'm right there with you. I feel really good about this staff. It's really the best that we have concerns with.
Yeah, Robert Gasser, too. I mean, he's going to be gone for a while, but it feels like anytime someone gets called up from AAA Nashville, they just answer the bell. If you throw on that Brewers jersey, you're going to be good at pitching. So that's a testament to their development team in the minors. And then even when they're grabbing different guys from different places, I mean, outside of the pitching, Andrew Vaughn, you put on that jersey and all of a sudden you're a little bit better at this sport.
You're a little bit better when you put on those Brewers pinstripes. 800-990-3776. We are having a party talking about the Milwaukee Brewers surging, going into the All-Star break. We're all on cloud 9 as Jacob Miserowski got added to the All-Star team. Andrew Vaughn is coming up big, and then the Brewers winning 6 straight games after sweeping the L.A. Dodgers as part of that. Again, 800-990-3776. That is the Carbless Talk and Text line where less is more. Jason Wilde coming up. But before we get to Jason Wilde, Dirty Diana and McGuanago, what's happening then? You are on Sunday Karma right here on ESPN Wisconsin.
What's happening, Kyle?
What's happening, girl? I'm glad you called in on a Sunday.
Yes, we're on our way to the Brewers game.
All right, I know. Listen, Dirty D, I know you're a big Brewers fan, but is there just a little bit more juice and a little bit more excitement happening in the Dirty D household with the Brewers playing so well right now?
Yes, there is. And I just hope we can keep Giannis, too.
I hope we can keep Giannis. And thank you, Dirty D. You're teasing something we're going to get to today as well as Giannis joined I Show Speed, who's a YouTube streamer. I'm sure Cory knows a lot more about speed than I do. I just see him running fast and having people follow him. Where he joined his YouTube stream, and Giannis talked about whether or not he would be staying in Milwaukee. So thank you, Dirty D, for that tease. But I can just tell, looking at the talk and text line, everybody is so excited about the Milwaukee Brewers, and we're excited about them as well. But somebody else I'm excited for, Cory, I'm excited to be joined by Packers reporter and host of Wilde and Tausch, Jason Wilde. We're talking Brewers now, but we got to talk about the Packers as training camp is less than 2 weeks away for the Green Bay Packers. So on the other side, we'll be joined by Packers reporter Jason Wilde that will let you know everything you need to know about the upcoming training camp and where the Packers stand. But this is Sunday Karma on ESPN Wisconsin. Jason Wilde's next.
You're listening to Sunday Karma on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Fisco is always there for your auto body care. When accidents happen, Fisco Auto Body on Forest Home in Franklin is there when you need them. Got a broken mirror? They'll take care of it. Dented bumper? Scratch paint? Fisco Auto Body will take care of it. If there's any damage you need fixed, Fisco has you covered. Their expert workmanship is guaranteed for the life of your vehicle. So stop in for all of your auto bumps and dings. Once again, you know the line. That's Fisco.
Hi, it's John Reitz from Great Midwest Bank. Looking to simplify your everyday banking? Our checking and savings accounts offer the tools you need, plus the friendly, Simply Local service you deserve. Enjoy competitive rates, 24/7 online and mobile banking, and real people ready to help right here in your community. Whether your checking balance is at midnight or stopping by one of our branches at noon, Great Midwest Bank has you covered with a variety of new and improved account options designed for your unique needs. Great Midwest Bank, Simply Local and member FDIC.
Hi, I'm Brittany Miller from Big Frog Custom T-Shirts and more. Custom T-shirts, sweatshirts, jackets, hats, you name it, we can do it. Big Frog Custom T-Shirts and more is family owned and all about celebrating life's big moments. Maybe it's a milestone birthday, a celebration for your child's first goal, or that work fundraising event. We are everyone's printer. No minimum orders, affordable designs, and help straight from me and our team. We're the one-stop shop for all your custom needs. Start your project today at bigfrog.com/Mequon.
The NFC North Green Bay Packers are returning to Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and you're invited.
At defensive end number 90, Lucas Hercules Van Ness.
Lucas Van Ness with the sack.
And Say hello to your brand new rookie edge rusher.
Green Bay Packers select
from Texas,
Baron Sorrell.
Coming to the all-new Cunis Hope Chevrolet of Milwaukee. Sunday, July 20th from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Meet two of the Green Bay Packer defensive ends, Lucas Van Ness.
Lucas Van Ness bringing the pressure.
And Baron Sorrell.
Baron Sorrell might have just become a Packers favorite.
During this exclusive 2-hour meet and greet, color action photos of both Van Ness and Sorrell will be provided. Or bring your own item for them to sign free of charge.
Pressure, and he's blasted. Ball is out. Still loose on the turf. Packers have it.
Meet Lucas Van Ness and Baron Sorrell live at Cunis Hope Chevrolet in Milwaukee, 11100 West Metro Auto Mall Drive, just off I-41. Sunday, July 20th from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m.
It's Jason Wilde from Wilde & Tausch. Upgrade your industrial supply services with Lakeland Supply, your trusted ISO-certified partner for custom packaging, shipping supplies, janitorial, and safety supply solutions. With over 40 years of industry excellence, Lakeland Supply is a proven one-stop source with over 95% of their products made in the U.S., and they treat their customers like family. Personalized service with a national reach. That's what Lakeland Supply does. Visit lakelandsupply.com to discover how they can make your business better.
Coors Light presents To Chill or Not to Chill. When your friend skips your favorite song on the playlist. End the friendship. Or choose chill because that song lives rent-free in your head anyway. And you planned ahead by bringing Coors Light to the party. And the sound of that ice-cold can cracking open was music to your ears already. Coors Light. Choose chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
Hey, it's Kyle Wallace. You know owning a home is one of the best investments you can make, but keeping it comfortable, energy efficient, and looking great, that takes a little extra work. But this summer, Universal Windows Direct is making it easy to finally tackle that project with an offer you can't pass up. Right now, you get to choose your offer. Pick the one that works for you. Payments as low as $99 a month or 12 months with no payments and no interest. Call 414-410-2000 or go to universalwindowsdirect.com.
This is Sunday Karma on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Karma here on ESPN Wisconsin. I'm Kyle Wallace. No Craig Karmazin, no Greg Scalzo, no Alex Strofe, but I got one better for you. We are joined by Cory Sparks from the Best Damn Sports Show. That's what I call it.
I appreciate it.
Not just the damn sports show, the Best Damn Sports Show, which you can hear every single weekday. You guys are 4 to 6 out on ESPN Beaver Dam, correct?
4 to 5.
4 to 5.
Yeah, 4 to 5. I'll take the extra hour.
I thought, I didn't know, hour, 2 hours. But 4 to 5, you can hear them on ESPN Beaver Dam, which Beaver Dam holding it down for us right now. But we're excited to be joined by Packers reporter and co-host of Wilde & Tausch, which you can hear on ESPN Wisconsin 9 to noon, Jason Wilde. Jason, thank you for joining us here on Sunday Karma. How you doing?
I'm doing well. Hey, Cory's really good. He's one of our young, up-and-coming stars. He's not an improvement over the other guys. Let's not have him get his head.
I was going to say, you gave me a lot of credit there.
Yeah, exactly. Let's make him earn it, Kyle. Let's make him earn it.
You know, Gen Zs don't really like to earn it, so I just want to keep him around here. You know, Cory been here for about a year and a half on air, so I just want to make sure Cory has to doesn't leave. But Jason, I do want to get right into it because I thought Edrin Cooper was really good, but recently this week a SI article had him on the All-NFC North team, and it was unanimous. They had him as one of the best linebackers in the NFC North. Can Edrin Cooper become the Packers' defensive X-factor for Hafley this year, Jason?
He definitely could, Kyle. And look, I think there's reason to be excited about him. There's no question about that. But being successful in the NFL is hard. And he had some great moments last year. There's no question about it. And he showed lots of reasons to be excited about him. When you win Defensive Player of the Week in the NFC, not Rookie Defensive Player of the Week, but like of all the guys that play defense in the NFC, he was the best, not once but twice. Yeah. That's a big blanket deal. And they should be
limited
excited
action
about
too.
him. But I do think we need to be a little bit careful of thinking a little too highly of him a little too quickly. And the reason is that, he's got a ton of talent, but if you talk to the guys and you talk to the coaches, there were certainly times last season, and it's a hard job playing linebacker and reacting and being in the right place when you're supposed to be there. But there were times where he didn't know where he was going. Now, do I think he's going to be way better at that in year two? Absolutely he's going to be. But he is not a finished product. He is someone to be extremely excited about. And if those predictions are right, then he's going to have one hell of a season. And I'm eager to see how it plays out for him.
Yeah, Jason, I was really high on Edgerrin Cooper, but seeing all this hype that's around him, I thought it might have been a little bit premature, but, I'm not one of those guys who's watching film for hours and hours and hours, so it got me really excited to think that
neither am I.
But Jason, these guys are so high on Edgerrin Cooper, and I think that could probably be a big impact for our team next year.
Well, I certainly think they need him to be an impact player. Look, the vision that they have is obviously when they go into their sub package with nickel or dime, and they've still got two linebackers on the field. They want to see, Edgerrin Cooper and Quay Walker be field tilting players, and we saw glimpses of what Quay Walker is capable of in this new system. The 3 games he played in before he injured his ankle in Seattle, I thought he was playing the best football I've seen him play since he came into the league in 2022. So the idea is for those two guys to be that dynamic linebacker duo that we've seen, with Fred Warner and Dre Greenlaw in San Francisco and those guys in Tampa for a long time. And so if they can do that, even, going old school in the NFC North, even Lance Briggs and Brian Urlacher. And so if those guys can be that means they're both going to lift each other up and they're both going to have big years. But, Quay Walker's in a prove-it year. He did not get the fifth-year option, so he needs to have a big year too. And I think the Packers' vision is that these two guys are going to wreak some havoc on opposing offenses.
Jason, staying on the defensive side of the ball, Rashawn Gary and Lucas Van Ness rolled in at number 8 on your most important Packers of 2025 list, which can be read on channel3000.com. If those two specifically end up being what we've expected them to be, what's the Packers' ceiling on defense specifically?
Yeah, the sky's the limit, Corey. I mean, look, they were drafted in the first round for a reason, but if they're being honest, and in talking with Lucas this offseason, I thought he was very honest. He did say, the broken thumb that he suffered in OTAs last year affected how he could use his hands, but that's all healed, and it's time now for him to play at a high level. And we've seen a couple of glimpses of it, but we certainly haven't seen enough for a guy who was the 13th overall pick. And the same goes for Rashawn Gary. Like, his sack and his pressure numbers actually went down last year from 2023. And so he just has to be more of an impact player, and he's paid like an elite pass rusher. I like the line in Moneyball where they're all sitting around the table talking about players, and Brad Pitt says, if he's a good hitter, then why doesn't he hit good? Well, in Rashawn's case, if he's an elite pass rusher, why doesn't he have a double-digit sack season yet on his resume? He only had 7.5 sacks last year. He needs to be better, and I think they know that, and I think the hope is for Jeff Hafley that they found some cool stuff that they can use this year when they were having to conjure up pressure because they weren't successful getting pressure with just 4. But now, if they can get that kind of production from Devontae Wyatt, from Kenny Clark, from Kingsley Enagbare, and then Rashawn Gary and Lucas Van Ness in kind of a rotation system, there maybe a couple of other guys get involved there as well. But if they can do that with rushing 4, then that opens up a wealth of possibilities with other things that he can do in the scheme. The problem is that Rashawn Gary and Lucas Van Ness, to this point, your primo edge rushers, former first-round picks, have not played well enough for you to be able to say they're going to be able to get it done. Now, maybe they do that this year, and that changes the narrative significantly.
Yeah, Jason, keeping it on that defensive line, one thing that For me, Kenny Clark last year, he had a down year, but it was, he said he had the injury to his foot. He ended up having surgery at the end of last season. And when you look at his stats in 2023, 7.5 sacks he had. He was really good. I think it was like he had double-digit hurries as well. And so don't you think if Kenny Clark is healthy this year, don't you think he has a bounce-back year for the Packers? He's only 29.
Yeah, he'll turn 30 in October, which, of course, is the not-so-magic number if you play for the Green Bay Packers. But, yeah, Kenny Clark is a really, really good football player. You don't go to 3 Pro Bowls by accident as an interior lineman. A little different if you're a defensive end and all the best pass rushers are considered linebackers, and that allowed Rashawn Gary to be voted in because I think, if we're being honest, he did not belong in the Pro Bowl last year. But point being, Kenny explained his situation from last season. He didn't use it as an excuse throughout the year. He played through the injury. He didn't miss a game. Him and Zach Tom, and I know you guys have talked about this on KBN a little bit, but like on the one hand, we're killing Jair Alexander for not playing through injury, and I get that. I understand that. But at the same time, if you play through injury and you don't play well, like Kenny Clark did, then we're killing you for that, right? So it's kind of a no-win situation when you're dealing with an injury unless you can figure out a way to be productive and effective. And that is part of being a good NFL player. And I think in Kenny's case, it just was, it really robbed him of a lot of the things that make him special. He wasn't as explosive. He didn't get off the ball as quickly. When you can't push off with your foot the way you'd like to, that is a factor, just like it was for Lucas Van Ness not being able to use his right hand the way he wants to when he rushes the passer. So it'll be interesting to see what these guys do when they're healthy, but at the same time, it's not like they're going to stay healthy. They all end up getting nicked up and dinged up, and it'll be just a question of who can effectively play through that.
We're speaking with Jason Wilde here on Sunday Karma. You can hear Jason Wilde weekdays on Wilde and House, 9 a.m. to noon on ESPN Wisconsin.
Yeah, Jason, I kind of flipping over to the offensive side of the ball, we saw the Packers, they ran the ball more than half the time last year. That's not a figure you see a whole lot in 2024, probably one we won't see out of a lot of teams in 2025 either. They were one of only a couple of teams to be able to say they did that. Is this Josh Jacobs' offense until we are proven otherwise? I know Jordan Love was bruised up at the beginning of last year, but let's say he's fully healthy, wire to wire. What does the offensive scheme look like from your eyes?
Yeah, good question, Cory. And let's be honest, like even if we take out that Indianapolis game where they gave Josh Jacobs the ball 32 times and it's a more typical number, there's still more run than pass. And I don't think that's a bad thing. We've talked about it before that at some point maybe they're going to be a team that wins because of Jordan Love. But right now he's a guy that they can win with at quarterback. And I'm not saying he's not a good player. We all agree he's a good player. We just don't know how good he's going to be at this point, and he's facing a pivotal third season. But, Josh Jacobs is a proven commodity now.
Yeah, he is.
He had the 2023 season, his last one in Vegas, where he had the quad injury and he didn't rush for 1,000 yards. But, I mean, he is legit. And as my countdown kind of winds down here over the next week or so, I keep going back and forth on who's number 2 and who's number 1 on that countdown because, look, they didn't make the changes on their offensive line because they wanted to get better in pass protection. They brought in Aaron Banks. They moved Elton Jenkins. They're considering Jordan Morgan at left tackle because they want to run the ball even more effectively. And I know I've used this stat a lot, but, Saquon Barkley last year ran for 2,006 yards. Of those, 1,328 of them came before contact. And when you look at the numbers for Josh Jacobs, he ran for 1,329 yards, 1 yard more total. And more than 700 of his yards came after contact. More than half of the time he was getting yardage after first contact from a defender. And what that tells me is if he had the kind of blocking that Saquon Barkley had, I'm not saying he'd have had a 2,000-yard season, but he had more yards, and he would have had to make fewer people miss or run fewer people over. And so if this offensive line is what we think it could be with the changes they're making, it should benefit Josh Jacobs. And to use Cory's line, I think it should be his offense until proven otherwise.
The Josh Jacobs-led offense, not the $55 million man. Jason always with great stuff, and we'll continue to speak with Jason on the other side. This is Sunday Karma on ESPN Wisconsin. No Craig Carmerson, no Greg Scalzo, no Alex Strofe, but you have myself, Kyle Wallace, and Cory Sparks holding it down with you. On the other side, I'm going to ask Jason about good old Goody, because me and Goody have a icy relationship, but I actually am on Goody's side with something, and I'll ask Jason about this on the other side. Keep it locked. You're listening to Sunday Karma right here on ESPN Wisconsin.
This is Sunday Karma on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
People need people, whether in Junior Achievements BizTown, where students work together to run a city, or in the real world, where blood donors can help save lives. Join Junior Achievement of Wisconsin and Versity for a mobile blood drive on Tuesday, July 15th from 2 to 6:30 p.m. at JA's headquarters near Highway 100 and Good Hope Road. While you're there, tour Jim's JA BizTown, where students take on real-world roles like CEO, banker, and mayor, learning how communities thrive through teamwork and leadership. Sign up today at wisconsin.ja.org.
Looking for localized banking solutions and a strategic partner? Fifth Third Bank has been shaping the future for businesses for 167 years and for the last 15 right here in Milwaukee. We offer industry-specific expertise, local decision-making, and extensive experience to help you navigate the ever-changing business landscape with your business in mind. At Fifth Third, we're big enough to provide sophisticated solutions and expert guidance, yet empowered to make local decisions and build strong community connections. Experience the commercial banking value only Fifth Third can deliver. Fifth Third Bank National Association. Custom solutions built around your goals. Member FDIC.
This is Kevin Moret from Mentality. Men, you're being robbed of your potential. Research shows a shocking 1% annual decline in testosterone levels. That's why building muscle feels impossible and your confidence is at an all-time low. But here's the truth. You're not alone in this uphill battle. Mentality's physician-directed, FDA-approved treatment doesn't just level the playing field. It restores your body's powerful balance. Our patients experience a documented 30% increase in their testosterone levels. Stop struggling and turn this around. Defy the odds and reclaim your masculine edge at mentalityhealth.com/radio.
For windows with the strongest resilience, you need the Pella Experience.
The biggest thing for us in the Experience Center was the collaboration with the team. We were able to come in and sit down and go over a bunch of different options, and it wasn't just us dictating what we wanted.
They asked us things we didn't even know or think about, from colors to hardware, and because of that, we were able to get the best possible look for our home.
Hi, I'm Gina Della from Pella. Just like Jim and Haley, you too can see, feel, open, close, and compare dozens of window and door options from 7 different Pella lines, side by side, at our Pella Experience Center in Brookfield. And today is a great day to stop by because right now you can get 0% interest for up to 5 years. The Pella Experience Center is on Blue Mountain Road, kitty corner to delicious cups. With a range of affordable options and products assembled in the USA, get the look you want at a price you can afford. Visit PellaWI.com today.
Server restrictions apply in 7/31/2025.
Baseball is back. Brian Balaga here to bring you a proud partner of the Milwaukee Brewers. Surfside Iced Tea and Vodka and Surfside Lemonade and Vodka. A delicious and perfect pairing for a day at the ballpark. Stocked at American Family Field all season long. Surfside is only 100 calories per serving, and the best part, 0 bubbles. Ask for it at your local bar.
You're listening to Sunday Karma. ESPN Wisconsin.
Slide into your neighborhood Century Food Store to score the freshest produce, tastiest treats, and everything in between. Now through Wednesday, save on 6-pound selected varieties Pop Secret Popcorn, $4.99. 15-ounce selected varieties Van Camp's Pork and Beans, 5 for $5. 20 to 24-ounce selected varieties Frigo String Cheese, $6.99. 64-ounce selected varieties International Delight Iced Coffee, $3.99.
Let's get some strawberries.
Attention shoppers. Safe.
Okay. Ooh, pineapple fulfills every need.
While you're shopping, a drive way back, it's a gunner.
There's something goofy going on with the PA.
Need a price check and I'll take me out to the ball game.
See, what is going on?
You're hearing things. We're at Century Foods, and you can't take your mind off winning that ultimate baseball fan sweepstakes.
I'm hoping to throw out the first pitch at a Milwaukee baseball game.
Or attend batting practice.
Or hold the finish line ribbon for the racing sausages.
You don't say.
The ultimate baseball fan sweepstakes at Century Foods. Enter on Century's Facebook or Instagram by July 30th.
In season, off season, draft season. Whatever season it is, we are Milwaukee's place to talk green and gold. Listen, watch, or stream live whenever, wherever. 94.5 ESPN. You're listening to Sunday Karma on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
It is Sunday Karma here on ESPN Wisconsin, and we're coming to you live from the Bruce Diamond Foundation golf outing at Pleasant View Golf Course in the beautiful Middleton, Wisconsin. I am Kyle Wallace, and with me is Cory Sparks. Also holding it down for us back at the One Call That's All Gruber Law Office studio is Evan Witthausen, and we are joined on the line by Jason Wilde from Wilde & Tausch, which you can hear 9 to noon every weekday right here on ESPN Wisconsin. Now, Jason, I teased it before we went to break, is I am a big fan of Goody, but I also have very high standards for what I want the Green Bay Packers to be. So I'm pretty critical of Goody. But recently I saw that there were grading of the Green Bay Packers offseason. The Green Bay Packers got a C for their offseason grade, which I think is entirely too harsh. If you look at this offseason now in reflection, where would you stand where it came to grading and why?
Well, I don't think grading the offseason is a useful exercise. What did they need? What did they need that they didn't get? I think you could argue that they needed corner help, right? But, the teams that win the offseason, the Bears, I think they've got a banner up in their practice facility for the last 3 offseason championships, right? Yeah. Doesn't mean anything.
Yeah.
Well, what the Packers needed was to add some help at corner because they knew they were going to move on from Jair Alexander, and they chose Nate Hobbs.
And they
can't
did it.
Grade their I think they probably needed more, but you can't grade their offseason until you see what the hell these guys do, right?
I'm with you on that, Jason.
How much are we going to grade, Matthew Golden?
They love the Matthew Golden.
I know he's going to be at Steinhoffel's this week up here in Green Bay signing autographs. Great partner, but I don't know how good he's going to be this season. Just because he's a first-round pick does not automatically mean that he's going to hit the ground running. And I've seen plenty of really, really, really good wide receivers, including Devontae Adams, who I think is the best wide receiver all around in Packers history, if you don't go back to the dark ages of Don Hudson and maybe James Lofton. And he had 3 really great games as a rookie in 2014. So I think that's stupid to be grading the offseason until you actually see what the people you added in the offseason do on the actual football field.
Jason, I thought it was extremely harsh based off what you said because the Green Bay Packers, though, I'm with you. I think they probably should have did more at corner knowing they're going to move on from Jair Alexander, but they added Nate Hobbs, who was an experienced guy in the NFL. And then I just don't understand how a guy in Aaron Banks is a bad move for the Green Bay Packers when you're just solidifying the offensive line. So I thought it was extremely harsh criticism to give the Green Bay Packers a C before you saw the work that they did, but knowing that they went out there and got better. To me, I thought it was a good offseason.
They paid Aaron Banks a hell of a lot of money. And so with that kind of a contract comes expectations. Mm-hmm. And to this point, if you're just looking at, his resume, if you're going to his Wikipedia page, it's not very impressive. He doesn't have a Pro Bowl. He doesn't have an All-Pro. But that's not what Goody does. Goody doesn't sign guys that are already accomplished and then command even bigger money, although they gave him a lot of money. What Goody's approach is to sign guys that their best football is ahead of them, and he's paying not for what they've done, but what they're going to do. Zadarius Smith is a great example of that, right? I mean, he was a very, very good signing until he kind of quit on the team after 2 years, but he was a really good signing, and he was really productive. But before he got to Green Bay, he never had it's not like he was a double-digit sack guy. He was a rotational player for the Ravens, and he had, I think, 8 sacks as his career high. So we'll see what Aaron Banks is. Maybe he turns out to be the missing ingredient in a really dominant offensive line. I'm not sure I think that, but I think I have to be open to the possibility that that's the case.
Jason, let's say there's Packers fans out there who aren't yet believing this year's team can make the next step, whether that's get back to the divisional round, NFC Championship. Based on the offseason moves we just talked about, draft and free agency, Is there a single move or area that you can point to say, hey, this is why they will be better. This is why they will win 1, 2, 3, 4 playoff games this year?
I always thought that, Ted Thompson got unfairly less credit than he deserved. I always thought that, fans were always frustrated with him, and I get all that. But the fact of the matter is that he built a lot of really good football teams, and probably some of them should have been in more Super Bowls. Certainly the 2014 team springs to mind. But the reality, to me anyway, is one of the things that he would always say is every year after the draft, and invariably he would be asked, can these guys help you right away? And his answer was always the same. Yeah, we would love for these guys to contribute, but our success this season will be decided by the guys that are already on the roster, our veteran players, the guys who've been here and done that. And so when I look at this team, they got a hell of a lot of guys that are, not so young anymore, still young, but experienced. And it's time for them to elevate their games. We're looking at all the guys at wide receiver, right? All 4 of the top 4 wide receivers. We're looking at Luke Musgrave, who's had injuries that he's dealt with. We talked earlier about Quay Walker and Devontae Wyatt. Those are all guys that have to elevate, and frankly, the quarterback does too, if they're going to be as good as they think they're capable of being. So, that to me is what it comes down to. We'll have to wait and see if a lot of those guys are able to elevate the way the Packers need them to. But if they do, there's reason to be really excited about what this team could be.
Oh, and I am excited indeed, Jason. Thank you so much for joining us here on Sunday Karma, Jason.
All right, guys, take care. Be good.
Absolutely. I always love that he does that. Take care. Be good.
That's his sign-off.
It is his sign-off, and I love the sign-off. As we are live from the Bruce Diamond Foundation Golf Outing at Pleasant View Golf Course in Middleton, Wisconsin. You can hear Jason Wilde weekdays always on ESPN Wisconsin, 9 to noon. You can always watch and stream us live on ESPN Milwaukee and ESPN Madison. Now, we're going to have a little blast from the past coming up here on Sunday Karma, as I want to bring back the 7 out of 11, because since this is Cory's first time being on Sunday Karma, I want to baptize him the good old days.
Oh, there we go. Rite of passage.
With a nice little list with the 7 out of 11 coming up here on ESPN Wisconsin. So keep it locked. I wonder what Evan's cooking up for us right here on Sunday Karma.
True Chicago-style pizza is thin, crispy, and cut into squares. And thanks to Connie's Frozen Pizza, you can enjoy a true slice of the city. You'll enjoy it so much you won't even mind where it comes from. Connie's Frozen Pizzas are made from the same cornmeal crust Connie's has been serving for over 60 years. They're perfectly cheesy, perfectly saucy, and they're exactly what you crave. Get to know the true Chicago style with Connie's Frozen Pizza. Born in Chicago, loved by cheeseheads. Available in a freezer aisle near you.
Summer is here, and your taste buds deserve the best. Carbless is perfect for the pool, the lake, or hanging out by the fire. Full of flavor with 0 sugars, only 100 calories, and made with premium spirits. Don't just settle for something overly carbonated and those flavorless seltzers. Carbless has full flavor with every sip, not just a hint. So when you're ready to take a drink and ready to chill, Carbless is clean, crisp, and won't leave you feeling bloated. Find your bliss today at drinkcarbless.com.
At Citizens Bank, community banking is you, growing your business with a partner who gets it. It's you, buying your first home with a lender who makes it easy. It's you, building a future with savings that work just as hard as you. And it's us, working together to strengthen our community. Because at Citizens Bank, community banking means you plus us. Visit us at citizensbankwi.bank. Citizens Bank is member FDIC and an equal housing lender.
For over 50 years, Cousin Subs has celebrated and embraced the traditions of their home state of Wisconsin. And now, Cousins will be honoring a Wisconsin tradition like no other with their Pull Tab giveaway promo. Now through July 6th, while supplies last, guests will receive a Cousins Pull Tab with a sub or sub-inable purchase for a chance to win Cousins Subs for a year and much more. For additional info and official rules, visit cousinsubs.com/pulltabs. 1 pull tab per customer per transaction per day. To receive a pull tab with no purchase necessary, see official rules.
Gabe Neitzel here. Catch Jen, Gabe, and Chewy mornings 7 to 9 on 94.5 ESPN, WKTI, and WKTI HD, Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station.
Aside from a house or a car specifically, what is the most expensive thing you own? Winnie?
A car.
Name an animal with 3 letters in its name.
Alligator.
Name something that's better than being rich.
Poor. Besides a bird, something in a bird cage.
Hamster.
Something that comes with a summer storm.
Snow.
Something Russia's famous for, Bob.
Russians.
Something a burglar would not want to see when he breaks into a house. Rob.
Naked grandma!
Reason you might stay indoors on a beautiful day.
Because it's raining?
Name something you might buy that could turn out to be phony.
A horse.
Name a time that most people get up.
In the morning.
A time most people go to bed.
At night.
This is the 7 at 11 on Sunday Karma with Craig Karmazin.
It is Sunday Karma here on ESPN Wisconsin, and we are live from the Bruce Diamond Foundation golf outing at Pleasant View Golf Course in Middleton, Wisconsin. Just a beautiful day for golfing. I have not golfed in a very long time, and the older I have gotten, my back has been hurting.
Would you ever try it again?
Oh, no, 100%. 100%. I just, it's a long day.
It is. It's like you're blocking out like 2-3 hours if you want to play the full course.
Yeah.
There goes your whole day.
And it's it's not swinging and missing, but a lot of balls going left, balls going right,
Chase
balls
them
going
around
in directions that I do not expect them to go. You can watch and stream us live on YouTube by going to ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube. Give us a like and subscribe, but also by going to ESPN Madison on YouTube. Give us a like and subscribe. I'm Kyle Wallace. He is Cory Sparks. And today I wanted to baptize him into the Sunday Karma family by having him join us for the 7 at 11. Now, the way the 7 at 11 works, Cory, and for those who are listening, I know it's been a while, is that Evan Witthausen, our producer, he will give us our chance. He'll have a list of the top 7 of something, right?
Sure.
Our top 7 players, leading scorers in Bucks history, top 7 home run leaders in Brewers history, top 7, the last 7 All-Stars for Milwaukee Brewers. He'll give us a list of the top 7, and we'll have to guess. You and I will have to guess. We'll both get some guesses. We'll work together to try to figure out who is on this list. If we get it wrong, I'll say if we get 2 wrong, then you, ESPN Wisconsin, can call in at 800-990-3776. All for fun, no prizes, just for fun. So, Evan, what is the list that we are guessing today for the reincarnation of 7 at 11?
Well, question first for you two. What is going on Friday, the first game the Brewers are back out of the All-Star break in American Family Field? Either you know?
Baseball? I don't know. It's a concert?
A theme night?
After the baseball game, after the game's over, they're doing a home run derby where you're going to have Gallardo and Prince Fielder and company doing a home run derby. And they're doing it in honor of 25 years of AmFam Field / Miller Park. So I figured it'd be appropriate. And since 2001, when American Family Field first opened, the single-season home run record holder for the Milwaukee Brewers, top 7 since 2001, and 7 unique names. So now there are a couple that pop up a couple times throughout the single season, but single season home run record holder since 2001 at American Family Field.
So you're talking about who has the most home runs altogether, or just each season?
Single season since 2001.
Okay.
The single season home run record holders.
All right.
We might be in good shape, Kyle. Want to guess when I was born?
You were born 2001?
Yep.
Okay.
So I was worried things were going to get brought into like the 60s and 70s, and we'd be kind of not in a great spot. But if it's recent, I can help you.
Well, how about this? Let's start here. First one I'm going to go with, and I'm going to have you think of something while I'm doing this, all right? Richie Sexson.
He is number 3 or number 2 on the list. Correction. Number 2 on the list.
Okay.
Prince has to be in there.
Okay,
right?
Prince Fielder. Is he, Prince Fielder on that list? He's probably on that
Feel
list
good about
multiple
that?
times.
Yeah.
So and I said 7 unique names. He is on there at both number 1 and technically number 2. So we have Prince Fielder number 1 with 50. He also had a 46 home run season. And then we have Ricky Sexton at a 45 home run season times 2.
All right, and so we're looking for the top 7 seasons of single-season home runs for the Milwaukee Brewers. Ryan Braun's got to be in there.
Yeah, definitely Ryan Braun.
Final answer?
Yes.
He has 41 single-season home run. He's 41 home runs in 2012. Sorry, he is 4th on the list.
Okay. All right. This is one that I want to try to guess here. What do you think about? Do you think Christian Yelich is on that list?
Ooh, so he's gone 30 plus.
He's gone.
Right?
He's gone 30 plus. So I'm trying to think of. You're talking about different players. Lyle Overbay.
2018.
How many home runs he's had? I'm just trying to think of the big boppers. Aramis Ramirez was a Brewer. Eric Thames. I'm trying to think of
Carlos Gomez.
Carlos Gomez. Did
Cargo hit the ball a mile. I just don't know if he had. I feel better about Yelich than I do about Gomez.
All right, let's throw out there. We get two guesses to be wrong. Christian Yelich on that list.
Christian Yelich is number 3 with 44. So.
Wow, he had a 44 year.
In 2008, that was in 2019. He had 44.
Okay, how you feel about Christian Gomez? You feel good about Go-Go? You
feel like yeah.
All right, let's go with Carlos Gomez.
Uh-oh.
No Gomez.
Oh, I'm sorry, Kyle.
What is he on that list or no?
Is he close? Maybe I'm making it up.
Looking.
That's not a good sign. He's got to scroll all the way down.
So I cut it off at the single season of so I have a list of basically since in Brewer history, but obviously I'm doing since 2001 on. It cuts off at 31 home runs, so there's no Carlos Gomez.
I think I don't know if this is right or not, but I'm just going to take a hack at it because I feel like Lyle Overbay hit over 30. But what about Eric Thames? You want to do Eric Thames?
I'm good with Eric Thames.
Eric Thames on that list.
No Eric Thames.
Dang. All right, well, there you go. Well, now it's time for you, Sunday Karma family. 800-990-3776. We are looking for the top 7 Brewers to have the most home runs in a single season when it comes to being at formerly known as Miller Park, now known as American Family Field. On that list, we have Richie Sexton, we have Ryan Braun, we have Christian Yelich, and we have Prince Fielder. But obviously, myself and Cory Sparks, we are missing the other 6 that are on that list, as we have only gotten 7. We did not wow, we only got 4 out of the 7. And the list is top 10.
Math is hard for Kyle, apparently.
Yeah, we gotten 4. But 800-990-3776. This is your time to call in for your chance to take a hack at that list. And, Cory, I'm disappointed. I'm trying to think.
I thought we had a 5 or 6. There's a couple names that are
I'm thinking maybe I said some names out loud, and I'll let everybody else have a chance to get in there. My assumption is that there were some names that we said that we should have guessed.
Yeah.
That probably would have been a little bit better. I was a little nervous about Eric Thames just because of the fact that, I don't feel like he was an everyday starter.
No. He was big, though.
He was
big. Buff guy.
He was big. So I do think I said some guys that potentially were on that list. But 800-990-3776. We want to hear from you the top 7 single seasons and home runs in basically American Family Insurance history. Again, that is 800-990-3776. David in Grafton, what is your guess for this list?
I have a sneaky one because I think he only played 1 year, but Chris Carter.
Oh, Chris Carter. Wow.
He is tied with Ryan Braun at 41.
I was not going to get – I didn't realize Chris Carter even hit that, and that makes me even think about the fact that outside of Chris Carter, there's another guy that is sneaky that used to play for the Brewers, and he got traded from the Brewers and went crazy after he got traded from the Brewers when it came to home runs.
Oof. I've got one. He went to the Marlins after the Brewers, and he was with them for like 2 or 3 years, and I'm pretty sure he missed.
Oh, my gosh.
Played first base.
Yeah. You got another one?
David? Did you say how many home runs number 7 hit?
Yeah, Evan. What was number? What do we have on the list? We have Richie Sexton. We have Ryan Braun. We have Christian Yelich. We have Prince Fielder, and now we just have another edition of Chris Carter.
I'll start from the top. We have Prince Fielder, who had both 50 and 46 home runs in 2007, 2009. Ricky Sexton, 45 in 2001 and 2003. Christian Yelich with 44 in 2019. Ryan Braun and Chris Carter tied at 41 in 2012 and 2016. So we have 5 currently from the list. We need 2 more.
All right, I know Bill Hall hit 35, but I'm thinking that's too low. We'll go Bill Hall.
Hi.
Bill Hall is on the list. He hit 35 in 2006. And spoiler here, the other people on the list tied with Bill Hall for 35.
Oh, I've got one of them.
I had Bill Hall on my list as well. But Cory,
how about
keep
Aramis
going.
Ramirez?
No, Ramirez not on the list.
Dang. What did he have?
He must have been close.
He had to be close. He had to be 30 plus. 800-990-3776 for your chance to call in for 7 at 11 as we're looking for the top 7 people in really American Family Insurance field history when it comes to home runs. Again, that's 800-990-3776 for 7 at 11 here on Sunday Karma. But we'll take your calls during the break, but we'll have more people getting lined up. But when we come back, we want to hear from you. Can you finish the 7 out of 11 list? Before we go to break, Mark in Brookfield, you're on Sunday Karma. All right, he dropped. Well, we'll go to break and we'll get more. You're listening to Sunday Karma right here on ESPN Wisconsin.
This is Sunday Karma on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app. With Wilde and Tausch, you won't miss a play.
The reality is they were going to be paying him and probably not getting the best of him.
Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
This strikes me as a team that is putting its money where its mouth is when it comes to, we want Giannis to believe that we are busting our tails to be a contender and make him want to stay here. This makes me think John Horst is a pretty smart guy.
Weekdays from 9 to noon on 94.5 ESPN, ESPN Milwaukee's YouTube channel, and the ESPN Wisconsin app. This is an ad by BetterHelp.
Workplace stress is now a leading cause of declining mental health, with 61% of the global workforce feeling it more than ever. You can't escape work, but you can take small steps to take care of yourself. A walk, some sun, a favorite song, and therapy. Ongoing support to build resilience for whatever your day throws at you. Balance is tough, but getting help shouldn't be. Visit BetterHelp.com/timeout today for 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/timeout.
Hi, I'm Brittany Miller from Big Frog Custom T-Shirts and more. Custom T-shirts, sweatshirts, jackets, hats, you name it, we can do it. Big Frog Custom T-Shirts and more is family owned and all about celebrating life's big moments. Maybe it's a milestone birthday, a celebration for your child's first goal, or that work fundraising event. We are everyone's printer. No minimum orders, affordable designs, and help straight from me and our team. We're the one-stop shop for all your custom needs. Start your project today at bigfrog.com/Mequon.
Cheese doodles, Mr. Nougat Bar. Oh, here we go. 4-door hatchback.
Some things are fine to buy from a vending machine, but a car's not one of them. That national online company makes it seem convenient, but it won't be so convenient if you have a problem with the vehicle you buy. And if it's after 7 days, good luck. Adam member dealers also let you search online, plus test drive the vehicle before you buy it. And they're right here to handle any issues.
But the car's stuck. No!
Start your search at adamm.com.
Kyle Brust-Nortman's Ben Brust here for Grimal and Associates Insurance. They do what anyone with a growing family, like myself, does. Protect what matters most. Grimal and Associates specializes in coverage that's tailored exactly to you. Clients aren't just policies. They're part of their community. Personalized American Family Insurance back service, expert guidance, and genuine commitment. Grimal and Associates focuses on building trusted relationships and providing peace of mind. The same values they've had for over 30 years in the Milwaukee area. Connect with Grimal and Associates at teamgrimal.com.
Hey, this is Brad Nortman, here to tell you about my friends at Bank 5-9. Everywhere I go throughout the area, I see Bank 5-9, and it's no wonder why. Not only do they have 14 branch locations, but their employees spend nearly 9,000 hours each year volunteering in the communities that they serve. That's on top of the financial support that they provide to several hundred nonprofits right here in southeastern Wisconsin. If you're looking for a true local community bank, check them out today at bank59.com. Member FDIC.
I'm very familiar with Gruber Law offices because they're always out in the community.
Gruber Law offices are known to be honest, hardworking.
They're always involved in our neighborhoods.
Gruber Law offices make our community a better place.
They are the best. For nearly 40 years, Gruber Law Offices has helped people throughout Wisconsin. If you're injured, we're here to help. One call, that's all.
Wisconsin would not be the same without Gruber Law offices.
Let your car shine without spending a dime. Tsunami Express Car Wash is Milwaukee's fan favorite car wash for a next level clean. And right now, your first wash is free when you sign up online. That's our $25 top wash packed with gloss, protection, and free bonus perks like vacuums and mat cleaners. With locations in Midtown Milwaukee, Waukesha, Greenfield, Oak Creek, New Berlin, and Mount Pleasant, it's easier than ever to get a winning wash with Milwaukee's favorite car wash team. Get your first free wash today at TsunamiExpress.com. Tsunami Express Car Wash. Wash, chill, repeat.
Start the day with Jen, Gabe, and Chew.
When you're played like an A player, you have to play like an A player, not a B player, and he has never played like an A player.
On 94.5 ESPN, ESPN Milwaukee's YouTube channel, and the ESPN Wisconsin app. More Sunday Karma coming up on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
It is Sunday Karma here on ESPN Wisconsin. I'm Kyle Wallace. No Craig Karmazin, no Greg Scalzo, no Alex Strofe, but we are A-A-OK. We are holding it down here live. Yes, we are coming to you live from Middleton, Wisconsin for the Bruce Diamond Foundation golf outing at Pleasant View Golf Course right here in beautiful Middleton, Wisconsin. I don't have Cory Sparks.
I could be Kyle.
No, you don't want to be Kyle. You just want to be Cory. You don't want to be me. Or you don't want this name. But I have Cory Sparks with me, and we brought back 7 at 11 where we are asking who are the top 7 players in Brewers history. Yes, in Brewers history. Well, I guess not Brewers
home
history.
Run, home run holders.
Home run holders in single season since they moved to American Family Field, formerly known as Miller Park. But before we get to that, shout out to you all on the talking text line at 800-990-3776. That is the Carbless talking text line where list is more. For showing some love, shout out to my boy Tyler. Tyler said, yeah, buddy. My favorite Sunday Karma show so far with Kyle hosting. Shout out to you, Tyler, and also shout out to Stevie Sports Car. Is there anything better than a dose of Kyle Wallace on a Sunday? Absolutely not. There's nothing better, and I'm going to tell you that right now. So thank y'all so much for tuning in. But again, 800-990-3776. We are trying to finish out this list for 7 at 11. And, Evan, run down what we have here on the list.
So what's been guessed so far, number 1, Prince Fielder. Number 2, Ricky Sexton. Number 3, Christian Yelich. Number 4, Ryan Braun. Number 5, Chris Carter. And number 6, Bill Hall. And there's 3 names you can guess for number 7, and you can close out the list by a number of 3 different names.
A number of 3 different names. I saw some names on ESPN Wisconsin or ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube, and I started shaking my head. But, Chef Ed, I know you're going to close out this list. You are on Sunday Karma right here on ESPN Wisconsin as we are coming to you live. Yes, we are coming to you live from the Bruce Diamond Foundation golf outing at the Pleasant View Golf Course. What's up, Chef Ed?
Hey, happy Sunday, Kyle and Cory. I got a small dilemma. Because I have the names in mind, but it's like a draw. Do I pick the right one?
And remember, it's since 2001. It's since 2001.
Yeah, I get. So the name. Well, I can only say one name, so I'm gonna. Hopefully, this will be the one. I'm gonna say Jeremy Burnitz.
Since 2001, I don't think Jeremy Burnitz was on the list since 2001.
Did Jeremy Burnitz
ever play?
He did. I think 2001 was his last year in AmFam Field.
Oh, yeah. I wouldn't have thought that one. Oh, all right. Well, thanks, Chef Ed. I appreciate you calling in, my friend. 800-990-3776. If you have a guess for our 7 at 11, we'll definitely get this one closed out for you. Let us know if we have anybody that calls in at 800-990-3776. Now, Cory and I, we were texting and emailing, getting ready for this show today, And Cory sent me an interesting email where he was talking about a weird encounter that he had at the dentist's office. Now, I'm not afraid of the dentist, but the older I got, I'm not, so gung-ho in going to the dentist.
Sure.
Now, Cory, what is this weird interaction that you wanted everybody to know about or help you with that happened when you went to go get your teeth looked at?
Yeah. So have you ever heard of the show What Would You Do?
I have heard of What You Would Do. I always hope I would do the right thing. Always hope I wouldn't be the person on there acting a fool.
Exactly. So throw a situation in front of you, like people will start arguing or this will happen or that will happen, and you have to either step in or if you let it go, you don't look very good on TV.
Usually I bring out my phone and say, ooh, look, they fight.
World star, right? So I thought I was on that for a second. I go to the dentist's office. It's like an hour away, just got changed over. And as I'm leaving from an hour away from Beaver Dam, I get a notification that says, hey, Cory, you're going to come in at 8 o'clock. Show up 10 minutes early. I'm an hour away, and I'm going to show up at 8. I'm like, I'm sorry. Like, my ETA is 8 o'clock. I'm not shaving 10 minutes off. I tried. So I roll in at 8. And the receptionist up front gives me this tablet. She goes, you got to go through this huge questionnaire. We just switched offices. You got to go through all this stuff. It's going to take like 5-10 minutes. I was like, oh, okay. That's why I had to show up early. So whatever. I'm filling it out halfway through. Dennis rolls in and goes, Cory, I'm ready for you. And I was like, oh, I'm not done. Receptionist kind of snaps in and goes, well, you can't take him until he finishes the questionnaire. Like, I need him to get done with this. Dennis fires back, oh, well, name. I have an exam after Cory. I need to take him now. And then the receptionist fires back, well, you can't take him if he's not in our database or whatever. Oh, well, that doesn't change the fact I have him for 8 o'clock and I have someone at 9. So I need to – they're just going back and forth, Kyle, for like a minute and a half.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
oh, wow.
So it turns into this, finally they resolve it. Receptionist gives me the tablet and it's like, just fill it out over there. I'll come and pick it up later.
Yep.
They definitely had beef. I don't think I started that. But to an essence, I kind of did. What would you have done in that scenario? Because after about a minute and a half, there was probably 2 seconds where I'm like, do I step in and stop this? Like, these are two strangers I don't know arguing, kind of because I didn't show up 10 minutes early. I felt partially responsible. So it's kind of one of those, like, what would you do?
Well,
do you interrupt two strangers arguing? They weren't going to fight each other, but they were voices were being raised.
You still young. How old are you, Cory?
24.
You're 24 years old. See, when I was 24, I would be more than willing to step in and different things. I used to work at a school. So I worked at a school, and I used to always step in and make sure everything was good, right? But as I got older, my lower back hurt, my upper back hurt. I realized that ain't none of my business. Listen, the beef they got going on ain't got nothing to do with me. I'm just here trying to get my teeth clean.
Yeah.
And I feel for the doctor because what the dentist was trying to do, the dentist said, listen, I have a schedule that I need to follow. Yeah. I don't care about this paperwork. Y'all can get it later. I'm about to take him back. And she gave him some attitude, and he said, listen, not today, Martha. We're not doing this today. It's 8 a.m. I just need to bring him back to keep us on schedule for today, and you're already giving me that mess today. He said, I ain't dealing with that today. That's basically what you saw. You just saw somebody say, listen, not today. It's too dang early for all that mess. So, Cory, no, you did the right thing. What you should have did, you should have sat there, looked up at them, and kept filling out the log and the paperwork because they ain't got –
By the time you guys are done, we'll have the problem will be done. I'll have the whole thing finished.
Nothing to do with you. What I do want to know is when you got back there with the dentist, did the dentist say sorry? She gets like that sometimes?
That is so yeah. I go back and I was like, hey, I'm so sorry. I should have just shown up early. Could have avoided the whole thing.
Oh, you apologize. And, not me.
I was trying to diffuse it, Kyle. I'm like, don't fight. And you know what the dentist says? She goes, oh, no. That was on her. She should have been more patient with me. I was like, my work here is done. Like, I apologized. I thought I was at fault. And I think there was some history there. I don't think they get beverages after work together.
No, they don't. They don't get along. That was their own problem, their own beef. You did.
I just ignited it, though.
You did what you're supposed to do. I wouldn't have even apologized. I would have just said. I just would have simply said, "Oh wow, that was crazy."
You guys do that all the time?
That's early. It's a little early for that type of energy. So, I was like, you good? You not shaky, right? Because I need you to be good in my mouth here.
They were both so nice to me on the way out. Have a good day. It's just they had beef. Would 24-year-old Kyle have done something?
No, 24-year-old Kyle probably would have been like, oh, wow. I would have been telling people, I had this crazy experience at the dentist's office today. They was going back and forth. I just didn't even get my teeth cleaned. It was more than a cleaning, I'm assuming?
Yeah. So it was like x-rays and stuff, too. But I was a little nervous until the dentist was nice to me. I'm like, I just started this feud. Are they going to be, like, extra tough on me? My gums are going to be bleeding after. That didn't happen.
No.
But make up that I have a cavity.
But one thing I don't want is I don't want anybody in the wrong frame of mind before they're coming to do anything with me.
I was like,
I need you to be – so I probably would have tried to diffuse the situation once I got sat down.
I was like, hey, this is my fault. I just want you to know. This was not your fault.
I would have taken blame. Accountability is I only take accountability for things I do. I would just simply say, "How you feeling?" That was kind of rude of her, wasn't it?
Take their side.
So rude and crazy. She like that all the time.
Yeah, I'm with you here.
Yeah. Just calm down. Take a deep breath. Woosah.
Okay, that's fair enough.
That's crazy. That is crazy. 800-990-3776 for the 7 at 11. I do want to try to finish it out. I don't want to cheat. But I did see a name on a list, and I'm curious if this was the name on the list. Did you see the name on maybe on ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube? If not, there's a name that is missing.
Okay.
And they used to call him El Caballo. I'm not sure if you know who so is Carlos Lee the last name on that list, Evan?
Nope, not. Carlos Lee is not on the list.
Wow, didn't he hit 40?
He was an Astro and he hit a lot.
Not since 2001. I'm double checking my list.
Carlos
and just
Lee
for Chef Ed, if we would have been before like 2001, he would have had Jeremy Benitz correct. But he is in 2001. Benitz had 34 home runs, and he's 8th on our list.
So 35 is the number. Yeah, I know the name. Do we play the hint game?
What's the name? You can go ahead and just
say
do
it. It's Jesus Aguilar, isn't it?
Oh yes.
Yeah. I think he had 35. Evan, was it Jesus Aguilar?
All right.
Maybe not. I think it is. I can find it. Oh, all good.
All right. Well, sounds like we're gonna get somebody on the line here. If it was, if it was,
threw him a bone.
Well, you threw him a bone. But if the person is on the phone, they're definitely. Who in Madison? Say it again. Ian in Madison. Do you have the final guess? Cory, I think, may have said it, but we'll see. Ian, you're on Sunday Karma.
All right. I'm actually on my way to Miller Park with my son, and grew up in the 2000s, and I'm going to guess Cory Hart.
Cory Hart. Is Cory Hart the last name on that list?
Just outside the list.
Cory Hart is off that list. Thank you so much for listening in, and shout out to you and your son for going to see the Milwaukee Brewers today.
That should be fun.
Now, did you hear the guess that Cory gave, Evan?
I did, and he was. Do we close it out now or no?
Let's close it out.
He was correct. The other two names he's tied with also played around the same time as Jesus Aguilar and with Christian Yelich. We have Mike Moustakas and Rowdy Tellez.
Oh, my goodness.
Jesus Aguilar, Bill Hall, Mike Moustakas, Rowdy Tellez all had 35 home runs.
Rowdy Tellez.
Would you have thought Rowdy was on there? I love Rowdy.
I'm shocked that he's on that list.
This is per Baseball Reference, so I'm assuming they're correct.
100%.
BaseballReference.com.
All right. Well, thanks, Evan, for the list here.
In 2022, Rowdy Tellez had 35.
Rowdy Tellez. Well, thanks, Evan, for the list. But when we come back, we got to talk a little Giannis as well, because the Giannis saga is not quite over. We are not quite out the woods with this one, as Giannis joined a famous YouTube streamer who has over 1 million people that follow him on YouTube, and he broke a little news about whether or not he will be in Milwaukee next year. Keep it locked. You're listening to Sunday Karma, as we will talk about Giannis coming up next.
More Sunday Karma coming up on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Hey, Monica. Hi, Sarah. Hi, Rick.
Hey, Joe. To what do we owe the honor?
Don't you have CEO-type things you need to be doing?
Or Joe might be here because he's been doing some CEO-type things that he thinks we should know about.
Bingo! You guessed it, Monica.
What do you need us to do, Joe?
Well, I'm here because I want to present an idea to you.
Cool. What is it?
I've been talking with finance companies and was able to make a deal for 18-month financing at 0% interest with a $750 or more purchase.
And your idea was to offer 18-month 0% financing to all of our customers?
It's subject to credit approval, but yeah, that's what I was thinking.
How long will we be able to do it?
From July 1st to July 31st.
0% will let people buy diamonds that were on their bucket list.
I know what I'm buying.
I'm going on a shopping spree. I'm going to have more jewelry than the Queen of England.
So you like the idea?
We don't like it. We love it.
For the location of the Kesslers nearest you, visit KesslersDiamonds.com.
The
open road is calling, and the ride begins at Potawatomi Casino Hotel Milwaukee. This July, you could burn rubber on a custom Harley-Davidson in the Fire Up Your Fantasy motorcycle giveaway. Play with your rewards card all July for entries. Thursday drawings for extra cash and reward play. Fire up your fantasy. Only at Potawatomi. More info online. Must be 21 and a rewards member to play.
My house has a new glow. I love my windows. Universal Windows Direct.
Hey, it's Kyle Wallace. Choose from payments as low as $99 a month or 12 months with no payments and no interest, plus a free in-home window and energy assessment. Restrictions apply. Call 414-410-2000.
I love my windows. They've got that brand new home effect. Universal Windows Direct.
College students, are you looking to make your campus living more comfortable, functional, and fashionable this year? Let IKEA help. From innovative storage solutions and furniture to maximize your space, to fashionable bedding and accessories to make it uniquely yours, IKEA is helping make college living truly inspired by you. And now, qualified college students can save even more with 15% off their IKEA purchase when they sign up for IKEA Family for free. Visit IKEA Oak Creek, IKEA Schaumburg, or check out the Ready for College section on IKEA.com/US to learn more.
Want to play your best golf ever? The Wisconsin Country Club just launched WCC Performance Academy, powered by Catalyst Golf Performance and Aritas Physical Therapy. TrackMan, 3D Motion, Miha EMS, everything to move better, feel stronger, and shoot lower scores. Train like a pro or like an athlete. Play pain-free. I'm ESPN Milwaukee's Gabe Neitzel. Become a member at Wisconsin Country Club like I did. No assessments, no minimums, and a beautiful, challenging course and great corporate membership opportunities, plus tennis, pickleball, and a pool. Visit thewisconsincountryclub.com. Just a fairway away.
Forget average. At Exterior Pros, they bring the heat. They're not here to meet standards, they're here to smash them. From the first swing of the hammer to the final reveal, they're leveling up your home with every window, every shingle, and every single detail. This isn't just a remodel, it's a glow-up for your house. Built tough, built beautiful, built to turn heads. Want in? Let's go. Lock in your project now and save $3,000. Exterior Pros, where bold meets built. Trust the pros and visit extpros.com or call 262-800-4274.
Tracy Lawrence for the U.S. Air Force.
We all have tough choices we have to make. Life just works that way. I remember when I was getting ready to move to Nashville to pursue my dream, I packed my 10-year-old Toyota Corolla with 250,000 miles on it and hit the road. It was a tough choice, but the right one for me. If I decided to take what seemed like an easier road, I never would have achieved my dream. You can do anything if you put your mind to it. This message is brought to you by the U.S. Air Force.
Now see your favorite 94.5 ESPN shows streaming on video. Subscribe to ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube and get notified when we hit the air live. Plus, you can watch back any second that you miss. Watch, listen, interact. ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube. This is Sunday Karma on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
First pitch. Line drive, base hit, right center. It's headed into the gap and all the way to the wall. Churio's in. Yelich is going to score, and we are tied. It's Vaughn's world, and we're just living in it.
It is Andrew Vaughn's world indeed, and we are living in it, and we are living in a world where the Milwaukee Brewers have scratched and clawed their way back to only being a game behind the Chicago Cubs in the NL Central after a horrendous start to the season where the Brewers got mollywopped by the Yankees. They started off 0-4, now have found themselves one game back of the Chicago Cubs as we are one day away from the All-Star break. This is Sunday Karma on ESPN Wisconsin, live from the Bruce Diamond Foundation golf outing at Pleasant View Golf Course in Middleton, Wisconsin. I'm Kyle Wallace. With me today is Cory Sparks, as Greg Scalzo, Craig Carmerson, and Alex Stroff all took the day off, and I said, nope, I'm heading to Middleton for this great golf outing and to hang out with my boy Cory Sparks. Now, Cory, I hope you're enjoying your debut
Yeah, I appreciate you having me. I don't think it's going to be another 7 years, Kyle. You're getting a lot of positive reception in the chat and everything.
No, I don't mind it. I'm used to Sundays being my easy day where I just show up in the studio and I sit behind the scenes, press some buttons, throw some jabs at folks. But I really don't have to run the show. I'm really just kind of behind the scenes, enjoying my Sunday. I work hard Monday through Friday, so Sunday's the easy day. It's supposed to be my day of rest, but I love talking to folks here on ESPN Wisconsin, so I enjoy doing Sunday Karma. Now, somebody else who enjoys Wisconsin, who I thought did, was Giannis Antetokounmpo. Now, Cory, he joined this YouTube streamer you probably know more about.
Yeah, Speed.
I Show Speed, and the conversation they had was about the fact that Giannis may or may not be in Milwaukee. Now, they were talking about a lot of different things, but there's a little nugget that got dropped. And the nugget that got dropped was Giannis told I Show Speed, he said, hey, you got to come to a game, man. I got to get you out till Milwaukee for a game. So I don't know about you, Cory, but when you heard that, were you excited about the fact that Giannis is going to be coming back, or did you just think about the future of the Milwaukee Bucks, how, okay, Giannis may be back this year, but how long will he be here for?
Yeah, I guess two things. One, isn't it so funny in 2025, this is how we're getting our news broken to us?
I know, right?
It's like it wasn't a beat reporter. It wasn't someone who's been with the Bucks for years and years and years, a trusted source. He was talking with Speed over the phone.
Just chopping it up.
Got it on the stream, and he said, hey, come to one of my games in Milwaukee. So that had me thrilled to hear it actually from him and not from a bunch of different people. It's just Giannis straight from the source saying, you should come to one of my games. I'll still be playing professional basketball in Wisconsin next year. Two, I keep wondering, because I feel like this felt like the offseason, right, where everyone's like, it feels a little more real. They got first rounded again. They're financially tied to Dame. They're still financially tied to Dame.
They're financially tied to Dame. To you, Dame, they're 30, Cory.
Yeah, now it's the waive and stretch option, but they're still tied to him. Then they make the splash for Miles Turner. But before all that happened, it was like, I think this might be the year we lose him. Kyle, are we going to do all this again next year? That's what I keep thinking. Like, yay, we got the clarity on I Show Speed stream, but a year from now, what do they have to actually do to expel all doubt that, hey, Giannis wants to stay in Milwaukee? He's never said otherwise.
Yeah, I mean, the Milwaukee Bucks have to show some type of improvement. They have to get out the first round. They have not gotten out the first round in 3 seasons. They lost to the Heat 3 seasons ago in the playoffs, back-to-back losses to the Indiana Pacers. I understand injuries happen, right? And unfortunately, the Milwaukee Bucks have been bitten by the injury bug at the worst time in the playoffs. But at the end of the day, Giannis, each and every season that he gets done with, that means he's a year closer to his retirement. He's a year closer to being in the end. And Giannis wants to win championships, and he wants to win titles. So, Cory, yes, if the Milwaukee Bucks get put out in the first round again, we will be having this same conversation. Matter of fact, if the Bucks don't make it to the Eastern Conference Finals at the end of this year, the Milwaukee Bucks will still be having a conversation about, will Giannis stay? What will the Bucks do? It will be national headlines again until the Milwaukee Bucks show that their trajectory is going up. Right now, they flatline. They plateau. They've been on the same path. The Milwaukee Bucks have not shown or given any reason for Giannis to believe that they are only a player away from winning a championship. So for me right now, yes, the same chatter you're hearing this year in 2025, you're probably going to hear that same chatter in 2026. Now, Cory, something I saw that was interesting as well, right here on ESPN Wisconsin, ESPN Madison 100.5, ESPN Madison, what I heard from Jim Madden Molly, 4 to 6 on ESPN Madison. I heard Jim Rutledge say that he believes Giannis is going to be traded by the trade deadline. Now, I love me some Jim Rutledge. I do. But I couldn't believe Jim took that stance in believing that the Bucks would separate from Giannis in the middle of the season. That would mean that he thinks that this season is going to be a wash. Yeah. And by the time the Bucks get to the All-Star break of 2025-2026 NBA season, they will not even be in the playoff picture. What is your take on Jim's comments of saying the Bucks will trade Giannis by the time the All-Star break in the NBA trade deadline next year?
Yeah, I guess I'll answer a question with a question. Like, what was the point of doing the wave and stretch with Dame then? Why not just be financially tied to him if you're so convinced that at the All-Star break the team's going to be in such a morbid state that you have to trade your superstar out? What was the purpose of doing all this? What was the purpose of wave and stretching Dame barely under the limit, by the way? Horst, walked the tightrope on that on a per-year basis. What was the purpose of going out and getting Miles Turner from your rival for $25 million a year?
Yeah.
Why make all these different moves for what? 2 months of fun? No, I don't think he's going anywhere. This year, during the year, I don't think they would take the air out of the balloon like that. You'd get a haul for Giannis, right?
Yeah.
But why would you go through all of this For what, 40 basketball games?
Right.
45 basketball games?
I'm right there with you. I feel like there's validity in the fact that the Milwaukee Bucks are going to be committed to Giannis Antetokounmpo as long as they can be, and there's no way they're going to move on from Giannis in the season. I don't think you get a big enough haul during the season. I believe the offseason is where you get the bigger haul from Giannis anyway. So I'm not going to sit here and say that I think Giannis is for sure going to be here in the future. Sure. But when I think about this season, all I can focus on is the 2025-2026 NBA season. As Bucks fans, that's all we can lock our mind on. We can't think about, what's going to happen with Giannis in 2026. Jason Wilde joined us here on Sunday Karma, and we were talking about there were some articles out there giving the Green Bay Packers a C grade for the offseason moves that they made with the signing of Nate Hobbs, with the signing of the guard, Aaron Banks.
Yep.
And saying it was a C. And he said, well, how can you grade something before you even see it? How can we sit here and concern ourselves and worry ourselves about what can happen of the future of the Milwaukee Bucks in the 2026 offseason when we haven't even seen the guys practice together for the 2025 NBA season? So for me, when I heard Giannis get on there and talk with iShowSpeed, the YouTube streamer, and talk about come to Milwaukee for a game, and there's some kids here who you guys must love. You guys like iShowSpeed too? I'm telling you.
His demo.
That is his demo. That guy is famous. But Giannis going on there and inviting him not to New York, not to Miami, not to Dallas, not to L.A., but inviting him to the 414, inviting him to Milwaukee is all I needed to hear and all I need to know, that Giannis is committed and locked in to being a Milwaukee Buck for this season, and the Milwaukee Bucks better make the most of that. And for me, Corey, when I look at it, that's exactly what John Horst has done.
He made a swing.
He has taken swings. I'm upset that John Horst wasn't able to capitalize on the last 4 seasons of Giannis, but he tried. He tried his best, and it did not work out, so there's no knock for trying. I do believe that just because you try doesn't mean that you get to keep your job. I mean, if that was the case, then a lot of people wouldn't get fired because they do try, but sometimes your best effort isn't what the team or organization needs. But I have to give him credit for continuing to try to build the best roster he possibly can around Giannis. There's news coming out that Cole Anthony, who was traded from the Magic to the Memphis Grizzlies in the Desmond Bane trade, they're working on a contract buyout with the Memphis Grizzlies, and it looks like Cole Anthony is going to reportedly signing with the Milwaukee Bucks. And for me, again, that is another good move for the Milwaukee Bucks. No, Cole Anthony isn't the answer or a championship piece, but when you look at the point guard position.
Yeah, the backcourt's rough right now.
I know he isn't the best distributor of the basketball, but he's a guy that has been somebody who has shown that he has some scoring punch, and it gives you depth. So now you have him. You have Ryan Rollins. I don't know, exactly what you're looking for a veteran presence at that point guard position, but again, you're adding guys that can give you minutes, that can build a roster around Giannis, and I applaud the effort, and I applaud the work that John Horst is doing.
Yeah, I'm right there with you, Kyle. I think bringing back your point of Goody and are we going to take a swing and there's frustration. Like I heard multiple people across ESPN Wisconsin the last couple of weeks make the comparison. I heard Gabe Neitzel say it on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy, right? That everyone keeps begging for the Packers to go out and make a swing and at least take a chance, even if it doesn't work out. Dame was a swing in Milwaukee, and it didn't work out. That's exactly what John Horst has been doing for years. To your point, can someone just keep their job based off trying? It depends on how the results go. Probably not.
No, it's everything. Listen, Corey, I'm going to tell you this right now. You're a young 24-year-old. Everything is results-driven. It doesn't matter how much they love you. It doesn't matter how much you contribute. It is what have you done for me now. And so for you going into your future, it's good to understand that everybody may love you, but it's a results-driven league. And when you think about it, there was a guy when you were young coming up. I guess you were in your 20s.
Yeah.
Drew Holiday got traded to Milwaukee Bucks. We were also excited about what Drew can do. Not only was Drew a great guy on the court, but he was a role model off the court. What him and his wife, Lauren Holiday, did in the community was fantastic and phenomenal. And Milwaukee wasn't the first place they did it. They did it everywhere they went, from Philadelphia down to New Orleans, here to Milwaukee, all the way out to Boston. He made an impact in the community. But guess what? That impact didn't mean diddly squat when it came to winning a championship. And it's about what have you done for me lately and what are the results. And that's why when I look at John Horst, you're doing a lot of different things. But if you can't figure out how to win with this basketball team, you can't put together a winning team, guess what? Bye-bye. You got to go too.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. You got to see them advance at least through the first round of the playoffs this year. And then anything beyond that, I think when you have the best player on the court in any given series, you can still make that argument with Giannis at his age right now. You cannot continue to just fizzle out in the first round.
No, you can't fizzle out.
It's not an option.
I'm going to tell you this right now. No, I don't believe he'll be traded at the trade deadline. I think that was a bad take by Jim Rutledge, but it was a take. But I will say that if the Milwaukee Bucks get put out in the first round again this year, you better go ahead and get ready to say bye-bye to Giannis.
Yeah, that's probably
because Giannis, you can't go 4 straight years getting put out in the first round thinking that Giannis is just going to continue to try to do the same thing over and over and over again. Giannis he'll be turning 31 this year, and he doesn't have too much time that's left. Mm-hmm. To me, I think Giannis maybe has 4 or 5 good seasons after this one left before he really starts to fall off a little bit of a cliff based off how aggressive he plays, how powerful he plays. And so for Giannis, though I know how much he loves Milwaukee, winning a championship means everything for his legacy. 800-990-3776. That is the Carbless Talking text line where less is more. You can chime in on a conversation about Giannis when it comes to him joining YouTube streamer iShowSpeed, who has some fans here with us as we are coming to you live from the Diamond Golf Foundation, the Foundation Golf Outing here at the Pleasant View Golf Course. He joined him on his stream, and he sorry about that. He joined him on the stream, and he said that he was basically going to be staying in Milwaukee for this season. Again, 800-990-3776. You can also watch the stream us live on YouTube by going to ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube or ESPN Madison on YouTube. Give us a like. Give us a subscribe as well. But also something that I love and you should always subscribe to is Gruber Law Offices. Make one call, that's all, to Gruber Law Offices, and they will take care of you. Listen, when I got into a car accident with Gruber Law Offices, my back was hurt, right? And I called my insurance company. I said, hey, my back's hurting a little bit. I said, what can y'all do for me? They said, okay, we'll give you a call back. We'll let you know. I waited a day. Nothing. I waited another day. Nothing. I talked to my boy Shane Blackman here. I said, man, I think I need to call Gruber. He said, you think? You need to. I made one call. That's all, the Gruber Law Offices, and they took care of me. I didn't have to worry about anything. Literally, they set me up with physical therapy to help me heal and get better, and they took care of fighting for my case. So if you and a loved one are ever injured in an accident, take the burden off your shoulder and let Gruber Law Offices fight for you. You see the name, you see the billboard, but more importantly, you see the results. They are a winning team, and if you want to win your case, you get with Gruber Law Offices because you never pay a penny until they win your case. That's, you never pay a single penny until they win your case. Call them today at 414-276-6666. That's 414-276-6666, or visit them at gruber-law.com. It's one call, that's all, with Gruber Law Offices. And when we come back, we will wrap up Sunday Karma with our Palermo's Picks of the Week. Keep it locked. You're listening to Sunday Karma right here on ESPN Wisconsin.
This is Sunday Karma on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app. On this show, it's always football season.
Zach Tom is one of your core players. You identify a core player early, you sign them long-term, and you get them at a better rate.
Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
When you're forcing guys to consistently prove it, and there's no risk on the table for them, there becomes some semblance of resentment.
Weekdays from 9 to noon on 94.5 ESPN, ESPN Milwaukee's YouTube channel, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Your path to a degree should fit your life, not the other way around. At Lakeland University, you can personalize every part of your college experience. With a main campus in Sheboygan, evening classes across the state, and flexible online options, you choose how and when you learn. Just graduated high school, changing careers, juggling work and life, they've got options for you. You can even earn credit for experience you already have, or for the work you're doing now, saving time and money. Start customizing your future today at lakeland.edu/ESPN. Lakeland University. Experience it your way.
It's WTMJ's Debbie Lazaga for Comfort Awnings. This summer, I'm getting relief from the hot sun whenever I need it with my motorized retractable awning from Comfort Awnings. Sensors are also available that detect strong wind and rain to extend or retract your awning. They even protect against UV radiation so you can safely enjoy the outdoors all summer long. Family owned and located in Burlington, Comfort Awnings expertly installs custom awnings that fit your home and style. Right now, you can receive $250 off all awnings and screens. Call 414-AWNINGS or visit comfortawnings.com.
At Hazelden Betty Ford, treating mental health isn't just about breaking old patterns. It's about braving new ones. As the leader in alcohol and drug treatment for 75 years, we know caring for addiction, anxiety, depression, and trauma goes hand in hand. We're here for you with new tools when life breaks down. Discover your path to better mental health at hazeldenbettyford.org/Wisconsin. Sponsored by Hazelden Betty Ford Foundation.
The NFC North Green Bay Packers are returning to Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and you're invited.
And defensive end number 90, Lucas Hercules Van Ness.
Lucas Van Ness with the sack.
And and say hello to your brand new rookie edge rusher.
Green Bay Packers select
from Texas,
Barron Sorrell.
Coming to the all-new Cunis Hope Chevrolet of Milwaukee. Sunday, July 20th from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Meet two of the Green Bay Packer defensive ends, Lucas Van Ness.
Lucas Van Ness bringing the pressure.
And Barron Sorrell.
Barron Sorrell might have just become a Packers favorite.
During this exclusive 2-hour meet and greet, color action photos of both Van Ness and Sorrell will be provided. Or bring your own item for them to sign free of charge.
Pressure, and he's blasted. Ball is out. Still loose on the turf. Packers have it.
Meet Lucas Van Ness and Barron Sorrell live at Cunis Hope Chevrolet in Milwaukee, 11100 West Metro Auto Mall Drive, just off I-41. Sunday, July 20th from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m.
Hey, golf enthusiasts! Discover a hidden lakeside course in beautiful Delavan, Wisconsin at Majestic Oaks. Tee off on a course with over 2 miles of lakefront where wide fairways and challenging greens await. It's an 18-hole golfing experience like no other. Join them for the best family golf nights in the state where everyone can enjoy the game together. Golf, cart, drinks, and snacks for under $15 a person and several membership options for you to find the perfect fit for your lifestyle. Ready to play? Book your tee time today at lakelawnresort.com. Majestic Oaks Golf Course, where your best game awaits.
It's ESPN Wisconsin's Ben Bruss talking about our friends at Road America, America's National Park of Speed. Get out of your house this summer and go to Road America, located conveniently between Green Bay and Milwaukee and Elkhart Lake. Come see a race at the legendary 4-mile, 14-turn road circuit that has hosted some of the best races since 1955. WeatherTech Vintage Weekend is up next July 17th through the 20th. Camp on site all weekend and enjoy free admission for kids 16 and under with a paying adult at the gate. Come for the experience and stay for the race. Get your tickets at roadamerica.com.
Station updates, show clips, and your place to interact with us every single day just by scrolling through your feed. Follow along on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at ESPN Milwaukee. This is Sunday Karma on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app. It's that time.
Yes, it's finally here.
Craig makes his picks of the week.
You can bet the house on it.
Picks of the week on Sunday Karma with Craig Karmazin. Presented by Palermo's Pizza, Wisconsin's hometown pizza.
Can't wait to see what happens next.
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Line drive. Base hit. Ball game over. Caleb Durbin does it again. 6-5 the final as the Brewers come off the mat, beat Finnegan and beat the Nats. And the winning streak is up to 6 for the Brewers. Unbelievable.
Unbelievable as well. That was Caleb Durbin driving in the winning run of Andrew Monasterio as the Brewers won their 6th straight game yesterday, defeating the Washington Nationals. And now it's time for the Palermo's Picks of the Week, which are always brought to you by Palermo's. And right now, Palermo's has the Cheez-It Pizza, where you make it Cheez-It from a frozen pizza. Yes, Cheez-Its are now frozen pizzas with Palermo's. They have their 12-inch ultra-thin, crispy, original Cheez-It flavor crust made with 100% real cheese paired with your favorite pizza toppings to remind you of how irresistible, cheesy, flavorful, and good cheeses are when they pair up with Palermo's. They're only $7.99. You can get them at all Pick and Save locations. Grab one today, but also right now going on, you still have time to cash in on a great deal. You can save big on all your Screaming Sicilian favorites at Piggly Wiggly from July 9th until July 15th for just $4.99. Yes, $4.99. I love Palermo's pizzas. I love Screaming Sicilian, and the fact that you can get yourself a Screaming Sicilian for only $4.99. Go ahead and go to the nearest Piggly Wiggly near you because you have 2 more days to take this great deal from Palermo's. We gotta love Palermo's. You love Palermo's. I love Palermo's. We all love Palermo's pizza. But for Palermo's picks today, there's a home run derby happening.
There is.
But I don't want to talk about that home run derby. I want to talk about the home run derby that Evan brought up that's happening for the alumni home run derby. So this is something cool that the Brewers are doing. The Brewers are doing a home run derby of the legends that put on their uniform coming up on Friday, a alumni home run derby. And, Cory, can you tell everybody who's part of that?
Yeah, I'm looking at, we've got Ryan Braun. There's names like Cory Hart, Carlos Gomez, and Eric Thames, who you and I just dropped in the 7 at 11 contest. There's a lot of awesome names. It's a field of 8, and it's going to be at American Family Field for the 25-year anniversary.
Oh, that is fantastic. So for me, who are you picking for that one?
I know. I'm looking up and down this list here. I think I got to go with Carlos Gomez.
You going with Carlos Gomez?
I think so.
I mean, go.
A mile.
There was a cool story that I heard Scooter Jeanette tell about Carlos Gomez, where Carlos Gomez got hit in the knee by a pitch and it caused a fight. And the next time that they played against, I believe it was the Atlanta Braves, the first at bat, Carlos Gomez told Scooter Jeanette before he went out there, he said, I'm hitting this out the park. I'm hitting out the park. And Scooter Jeanette was like, oh, okay. And so first pitch, Carlos Gomez swung and he spent around in a circle. Next pitch, he hit it out. Though I think he'll hit some out, I'm going with Eric Thames to win this home run derby, the big Jack guy. But this has been Sunday Karma on ESPN Wisconsin. Thank you so much to Evan Witthausen holding it down back at the One Call That's All Gruber Law Offices Studios. Thank you so much to Cory Sparks for joining us here today on Sunday Karma. You can hear Cory Sparks weekdays on the best damn sports show on 1430 ESPN Beaver Dam, 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. And this has been Sunday Karma right here on ESPN Wisconsin. Peace out. We'll see y'all next week.
Monica, we've got to hand it to you.
You and the design team have outdone yourselves.
Are you talking about the One Collection?
Those rings say you are the one.
And they say it symbolically.
Describe the symbols.
Every ring in the One Collection should be presented with a special ritual.